team like Alabama, who, oh, by the way, plays Miami. I bring up Alabama as an example because they're always in the conversation for the championship playoff. They themselves testing themselves with an early game against the Hurricanes. So I tip my hat to both Georgia and to Alabama for putting tough games at the top of their schedule, their early schedule. On the college football.
Game day, 2 words that mean you better be ready to bring it. How you prepare can determine if you succeed or if you fall short. Be ready to bring it every time with Game Day Supply in Onalaska, the Coulee region's new specialty sports store. Equipment, apparel, accessories, nutrition. Game Day Supply can help you get there and keep you at the top. They know the products because they know what's at stake. Athletes and fans, be game day ready with Game Day Supply. Stop in today across from Senior Villa in the Timbers Building, Onalaska.
They say teamwork makes the dream work. It also gets stuff done, like your projects. That's why Kent Hammer Roofing and Construction and A1 Roofing and Construction have come together to give you a better home improvement experience. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction brings you over 30 years of roofing and construction. See what they can do for you. Go to KentHammerRoofing.com. If you think a good roofer is expensive, wait till you hire a bad one. Get the best of roofing and construction. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction.
You might call the hot dog the quintessential American food. Perfect just as it is. You would be wrong. At the Mob Stop in Holmen, they've elevated this summertime joy. They place an all-beef Vienna dog on a steamed poppy seed bun, then dress it up with peppers, onions, mustard, tomato, and pickles. But no ketchup. They call it the Chicago dog. So tomorrow for lunch, put down that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Make your way to the Mob Stop or check them out on Facebook.
Cheering for your team at the game can definitely give them a needed push on the field. Cheering for your plumber, on the other hand, well, the team at Bernie Buckner can't say it happens every day, but they'll get the job done no matter what. So make some noise for your team at the next game, and if you need a plumber or someone to take on your next commercial HVAC project, call Bernie Buckner. They're proud to support high school athletics, and they aren't afraid to tackle your toilet trouble. Go to BernieBucknerINC.com.
Your station for high school basketball throughout the La Crosse area is WKTY. Since 1948, WKTY has been your source.
Your home for high school sports in the Coulee region is WKTY La Crosse, 96.7 FM, 580 AM. Since 1948, WKTY has been covering all of the best and biggest high school matchups from La Crosse Central, La Crosse Logan, Holmen, Onalaska, and Aquinas. And that tradition continues on today. Now we send it down to the field for WKTY's own Drew Kelly.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into high school football right here on WKTY 96.7 FM, 580 AM. Drew Kelly live with you here this evening from Onalaska High School for the opening game of the Mississippi Valley Conference season. And we have got a good one here this evening between the home team, the Onalaska Hilltoppers, and the visitors, the Holmen Vikings. Alongside us this year for the Onalaska games, Lisa Mateel. And Lisa, we appreciate you stepping in for this season. And you got a chance to watch the Onalaska Hilltoppers these last two games. They split them in the non-conference. What did you see from them, and what can our viewers expect to see tonight?
Well, I think you can expect a lot of defense. They had a ton of players after COVID last year and going through the year, graduating, and so it's really a year of rebuild. Tom Yashinsky, who coaches these guys up real well, talked a lot about just stepping up and doing your job and making sure they minimize the mistakes. There were some in Baraboo who cost them the game there. They talked about that. They coach about that. The defense, even in those two games against tougher opponents, did a great job of stopping. So I look forward to watching their defense tonight. Obviously against the Holmen traditional, play option, and then watching Michael Skemp, watching Aiden Larson, and the offense that we've come to know in Onalaska.
Yeah, obviously different styles here in this game tonight. Holmen does what they do. They've been doing it for the last 5 years, pretty much have a 4 or 5 play set, and it's been a tough stretch offensively for them so far this season. But if you know Coach Kowalski, he's going to keep attacking until it finally does start to work. So we're going to keep making our way through the pregame and kickoff here in just a few minutes. The national anthem getting set in just a moment or so. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll have our final thoughts and the kickoff of tonight's matchup coming up next. You're listening to High School Football right here on WKTY.
Integrity. Seems like a pretty rare thing, doesn't it? You know, the kind of person that goes the extra mile. The person who makes sure the work you don't see is as good as the work you do see. You don't find that quality in everyone, but when you do, you know it. The doctors at Hulse Dental in Onalaska work every day to maintain the highest level of integrity. Get to know Dr. Hulse and the newest member of their team, Dr. Case, at hulsedental.com. Welcome to Hulse Dental.
The bright lights, the smell of the field, the roar of the crowd. There's nothing like high school football. This season, as you get ready to cheer on your Holmen Vikings, you're going to want to fuel up with eats from the Holmen American Legion. They're proud supporters of Holmen athletics and always hometown proud. Everyone's welcome at the Holmen American Legion. Grab a bite off their menu from 11 to 5 or keep up to date with all the special events and special menus on the Holmen American Legion Facebook page. Go Vikings!
You might call the hot dog the quintessential American food. Perfect just as it is. You would be wrong. At the Mob Stop in Holmen, they've elevated this summertime joy. They place an all-beef Vienna dog on a steamed poppy seed bun, then dress it up with peppers, onions, mustard, tomato, and pickles. But no ketchup! They call it the Chicago dog. So tomorrow for lunch, put down that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Make your way to the Mob Stop or check them out on Facebook.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds, and most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
Or if that resume was from someone who
worked 12-hour shifts at the recycling company with my dad, who's 72. That taught me a work ethic that I carry with me every day.
We rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone.
Growing up where I did, a lot of things could have gotten in the way of my goals. But I learned to push through, and that's what I bring to work every day.
So maybe it's time we look beyond the resume and look to Grads of Life. Discover new ways to develop great talent that are so much more than what's on paper at gradsoflife.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
Back here at Onalaska High School, Drew Kelly, Lisa Mathiel live with you this evening for these conference opener between Onalaska and Holmen, and it's been a very good matchup these past 4 or 5 years. These teams are usually scheduled later in the conference season. A lot of conference title implications have taken place the last couple of years, not as much, and Central is another one of those teams that starts to be mentioned in the conversation. We'll have that game coming up next week at Roger Herring Stadium between Central and Onalaska in a game that should be a race to 40 in that one. But tonight it should be interesting to see the contrasting styles and see who can ultimately win out in their game of play and who wants to play their style. And it's going to be the Holmen offense first as Onalaska wants to divert.
Right, they won the toss, they'll defer to the second half. One of the things I'm most excited about is just seeing these two teams play. Last year with COVID, Onalaska was able to get in a shortened season in the fall while Holmen waited until the spring, so there was no matchup. Holmen typically has had Onalaska's number. They've only, I think they're 7-2 in the last 10 years. So it's going to be a good game. I'm excited to also get some updates to share with our listeners, the West Salem Central game, because I think those teams are also going to be tough. I don't think there's one clear MVC winner. I think that the best team is going to have to play well each and every week in order to attain that title.
And obviously River Falls coming into the MVC first season for them was supposed to be last year. Obviously COVID wiped that out, but always a formidable opponent in the Big River Conference, and we'll see the arrival of them and see what kind of presence they make as the season goes on. So Onalaska will kick things off. We're going to go from right to left. Holmen will go from left to right as you watch on your video feed. Also on WKTY Sports on the radio, 96.7 FM and 580 AM. And we're about set to go as Maddie Burnett is about to boot this one away. The left footer sends it down to the 5-yard line, and here comes the return by Tyrus McCoy. McCoy takes it right side, breaks through one arm tackle, and then is swung under there and still fighting his way forward. Finally gets wrapped up and taken down around the 18-yard line, which is where the Vikings will start their opening possession of the half.
A lot of different weather this week, too, Drew. You think just a couple of weeks ago how hot and humid it was. Onalaska was suffering from a lot of cramping due to the heat. Tonight, we've had rain and mist and cool weather all day. And without turf, this might get quite muddy. Ball possession and taking care of the ball is going to be an important factor as well.
Absolutely. It's going to be Luke LeClaire, the quarterback, in the pistol formation. And he is flanked by 2 wingbacks, one on either side, as well as Brecken Turner, his fullback. He's going to keep it himself for now, and it's a fumble on the opening play of the game. Diving on top of it, one of the wingbacks there, that was Matt LeClaire, and it's going to be a loss of a big gain on 1st and 10, so going backwards from the outset here for Holmen.
Like I said, it might be slippery out there.
Nostradamus on the first play on WKTY here.
Maybe I should get into betting something.
2nd down and a mile for Holmen as they are knocked back to the 11-yard line, so going to be about 2nd and 18, I believe. And they'll spot the football. And for an offense that's been struggling the first 2 weeks, this is not what they were hoping for to get their 3rd game and first conference game underway, but that's where they stand.
I think there's a little bit of a delay with the flag here thrown on the near sideline, but they picked it up.
2nd down and 20 at the 11:35 to go first quarter, just underway live from Onalaska. Here's the counter play, and that's Max LeClaire as he breaks through a tackle, and he's off to the races. Up the left sideline, across midfield, and finally shoved out of bounds. Max LeClaire fooled everybody on the Onalaska defense on that counter and took it a big, long way for a big-time gain, 1st down and 10 for Holmen.
Looks like tackled by Ben Foss from Onalaska, saved that touchdown there.
And everybody was off to the right side that time, and Max LeClaire able to just slip his way out to the left, and seems like he was almost jogging at the beginning, trying not to bring more attention to himself, and then finally turned down the Jets. So they're going to mark it at the 45 of Onalaska after a big-time gain. A pickup of 44 yards on that 2nd down and long play, and here's Brecken Turner, actually a quarterback option. It's going to be Luke LeClaire, who picks up about 4 on the play down to the 41-yard line. We've got an injury on the field for Holmen. That's number 51 on the play, Ben Earths. And he's a pretty important defensive player as well for the Vikings, so we'll see the seriousness of this injury. Looks to be in some pain. We're going to take a quick 30-second break just to give him some time, and we'll be back after this. You're listening to High School Football right here on WKTY.
Cheering for your team at the game can definitely give them a needed push on the field. Cheering for your plumber, on the other hand, well, the team at Bernie Buckner can't say it happens every day, but they'll get the job done no matter what. So make some noise for your team at the next game, and if you need a plumber or someone to take on your next commercial HVAC project, call Bernie Buckner. They're proud to support high school athletics, and they aren't afraid to tackle your toilet trouble. Go to BernieBucknerINC.com.
Back here at Onalaska High School, Drew Kelly, Lisa Mateo live with you this evening as Ben Earths is going to get up to the sideline.
Not bearing any weight on that right leg, so I'm going to guess return is probably doubtful, but we'll see what happens here.
Obviously early in the game, so who knows, but early indications do not look good, but Onalaska, outside of that first mishap, has looked pretty decent offensively. Obviously that big run and got some yardage on that on 1st and 10 as well.
It's what Holmen does best.
Yep.
I mean, why change your scheme when this works?
Just kind of dip and dive.
You got it. You got it.
You know what I meant.
Were you thinking dip and dive?
I think I was. Dang it. 2nd down and 7. I shouldn't eat when I'm hungry. I shouldn't broadcast when I'm hungry. 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's a read option again. The pitch out, this time to the running back. That's number 20, Braden Draw, as he runs over an Onalaska defender, but he only got about a yard on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 at the 41-yard line.
Tackled by Aiden Larson, the quarterback for Onalaska, doing double duty playing defense tonight.
Nice form tackle there by Aiden, bringing him down, and brings up a 3rd down and medium. 10:34 and counting here in this first quarter as LeClaire will come back in for the play. Luke LeClaire, the senior quarterback, 5'10", 170 pounds. Has been the quarterback since early last year in the spring when Wyland Wall was injured in the first game of the season for Holmen. So 2nd down and 6. And here is the read option again. LeClaire keeps it around the right edge. And he is wrapped up at the 37-yard line that time by Sam Pika. And it's going to be just short of the first down marker, maybe a yard or two. And looking like pretty much 4-down territory at this point, just given where you are on the field. But we'll see what they do.
I think they go for it.
4th down and 2 officially. They have been doing pretty good on the offensive line, getting some push there. So wouldn't be surprised to see a Brecken Turner fullback dive up the gut to see if they can't get through this tough defensive front of Onalaska.
Most important thing for Onalaska now is just to do your job. Pay attention to your assignment and don't try to overdo it.
4th down and 2, 9:27 to go. Opening drive for Holmen. Here is the handoff to Turner. He keeps those legs driving, and the ref on the far side continues to step forward. It's going to be awfully close to a first down one way or the other.
Depending on the spot.
And they pushed him back.
Are they going to measure?
I think you're going to have to measure.
Yeah. I think it's too close.
Onalaska defense running off like there was no doubt. And I think they're going to have to bring in the chains, and they will.
That looks like we're going to have a measurement.
The far side official kept kind of moving forward, and then at the very end of the play, they kind of moved him back about 6 inches, and that might have been the difference about whether this is a first down or not. It's going to be within the tip of the football, one way or the other here. As the chain gang moves out to get some early duty here in this first quarter. And it looks like it's going to be
short by about a hand.
Man.
Has some good defense. Good for them.
Absolutely. Holmen does flip the field, gets it inside Onalaska territory.
I think that's really just based on spot, too. When you get that many people around, it's hard to see exactly where that ball stops. So just falls in Onalaska's favor right now, and we'll see if Holmen can't play some good defense and do the same.
Offense for Onalaska coming back out. 2 receivers out to the left side, 1 to the right. Aiden Larson, the quarterback in the shotgun formation. Larson sends a man in motion from left to right, keeps himself on the option play, and he's dives up the middle across the 40 to the 41-yard line, pick up a 5 on 1st and 10. Good push by the offensive line that time to give him some space, and it's a 2nd and medium.
By Swanson and
this will be 2nd and 4 officially at the 41. Swanson for Holmen got the tackle. And they do not waste much time getting up to the huddle. 2nd and 4. 8:55 to go here, opening quarter. Drew Kelly, Lisa Mateo live with you this evening from Onalaska. Another read, quarterback keeper rather. And it looks like Larson's going to be just shy of a first down. He took the left edge that time, and they do give him the first down as they'll move the chains. So we talk about that high explosive air attack of Onalaska, and so far it's Aiden Larson on the ground doing the damage so far. 3 receivers out to the right side and 1 to the left. Shotgun again for Larson.
I like the new uniforms for Onalaska. It's easier to see the numbers
than the
black jerseys that they have.
So it'll be Larson in the shotgun, Sam Pika, the fullback, a little bit in front of him, and it's going to be another quarterback keeper. Good patience that time by Larson as he takes middle left of the line and picks up about 3. Gets out to the 49-yard line. It's 2nd and 7. And you can see the athleticism that Larson possesses, obviously, as mentioned, getting that tackled as well. So kind of doing it all so far for the Hilltoppers.
I'll have to tell you the story about how much the offensive line from Onalaska loves pancakes.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's our favorite.
2nd down and 7. 7:55 to go here in the opening quarter. And a high snap, Larson able to handle it. Now he dives ahead across midfield to the 48-yard line. Picks up about 3. Should be third down and about 4 coming up. Need to get to the 44-yard line to pick up a first down.
Surprising they haven't attempted a pass yet.
It is. They're just tempted to keep going right up and down the field with Holmen tit for tat. That's what I was trying to do previously. Tit for tat.
Tit for tat, Dippin' Dots, same thing, really.
3rd down and 4. 7:24 to go. 3 receivers out right, 1 left. Larson looking over the defense, may have to throw it here. He rolls out to the left on a design rollout. Fires left sideline. It's complete. Out across the 35, down to the 32-yard line, and Michael Skemp gets the first catch of the game, and that's a first down and 10 for the Hilltoppers. Just kind of sat there in the zone coverage and And good job by Larson with a good protection in front of him to find him.
At the Holmen.
So Skemp and Larson connect on a big-time gain of 13 yards. Trips receivers right, one left again. Skemp alone on the bottom. Larson straight back in the pocket, has some pressure. It is nailed immediately and just fires it out of bounds. Coming in on the hit that time, big number 58, Carson Westcott, putting Larson on his back, and it's second down and 10. 6:50 to go. That was the first time that they've really gotten pressure on Aiden Larson, and that time it forced the miscue in timing and the incomplete pass. So Larson
good decision to not keep the ball. Good decision to not throw it to the wrong spot.
Second and 10. They do another halfback dive, quarterback dive with Aiden Larson. He picks up another
flag
5 yards on the play, but a couple of flags on the play. One in the secondary, one near the line of scrimmage. So we'll see what they call here. Looks like they're pointing to Onalaska.
Onalaska.
Kind of walking back here.
Matty Burnett kind of has his hands up like he's not sure.
Illegal hands to the face called on the Hilltoppers. So that'll push him back. And now they call holding. So that should be another 5 yards back. It was second down and 5, and now they will move the second down marker. So second and 15 at the 38-yard line. 6:45 left here in the opening quarter.
It remains second down and 18 yards to go.
And second and 17 officially at the 38. So Trips receivers all bunched up to the right side. One receiver alone on the left. That is Matty Burnett. One back in the backfield with Larson. Robert Bonner. And now it is going to be a handoff to Bonner. He breaks through a tackle and now takes a couple more Vikings for a ride as he picks up a big-time gain on second down and long and brings up third down at about 5. So they went through with the draw play there. Holmen in good position, just really strong run by Bonner to keep that going.
He's got to keep pumping those legs. He's a big back.
Yes, he is. Third down and about 5 at the 37-yard line. Trips receivers right, one left. That's Burnett again on the left side of the formation. And here is the handoff again to Bonner, and he is stuffed in the backfield this time for a 2-yard loss. That time the defensive line of Holmen just absolutely knifing through into the backfield. Brings up fourth down and long. And similar situation, not sure as far as the kicking game range, but you might be in a 4-down territory here as well.
Matty Burnett can kick. They're Onalaska. I've seen him kick some. They're not set up to do it this time, but he's got a leg on him.
And be a 48-yarder from here. Instead, they'll go for it on 4th and 9 at the 30. Once again, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Larson looks to the right side, lofts it down the sideline, incomplete, just out of the reach of Burnett that time, who got behind the secondary. And it's going to be a turnover on down, so the Vikings take a couple of shots from the Hilltoppers early in that drive and stand up just like Onalaska did, and we've still got a no-score ball game here. 5:11 to go, first quarter.
Apologize. Burnett is not the kicker. See, I'm old enough to where I need bifocals, but I'm not ready to buy them yet. So it's glasses on the field, glasses off to see notes.
We get through it. First down and 10, ball at the 30-yard line for the Holmen Vikings, their second possession of the game. Going closer to the formation, the wingback that time, Braden Graw. And here is the jet sweep that time to Max LeClaire, and LeClaire is going to pick up about a yard, but then lose the football for the second time tonight. And that time, the Hilltoppers defense jumps on top of it. And one play possession, the Vikings give it back. Hilltoppers in great field position to start this next drive.
Some good defense played by both teams so far in this first quarter. So
absolutely.
Be nice to see a couple of scores, but who doesn't love a good defensive game where the scores are hard to come by? Makes it that much sweeter when they do get some points.
And we talked about ball control and trying to keep turnovers off the board was going to be important for both sides. So far, one turnover and almost another for the Holmen Vikings. So first down and 10, 5:04 to go here first quarter. Onalaska back on offense. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Here is the read option, or the quarterback dive rather, by Larson. He's going to pick up 2 on the play, maybe 3. It's second down and 8. They're at about the 29-yard line. Good patience again by Larson running the football. We'll see if they take another deep shot here before too long. Usually that's, the old adage. You get a turnover and go for deep the first play, try to catch them off guard. But that time just sticking with their game plan is the Hilltoppers so far and head coach Tom Uschinski. Terps receivers left this time, the one to the right. Larson looking over the defense. Takes the snap in the shotgun, now goes straight up the field, and he is gang tackled by 4 or 5 Vikings there. Gets stoned back to the original line of scrimmage at the 30, and a host of Vikings coming in there for the quarterback tackle party for the Holmen Vikings there on that play. 4:05 to go here, opening quarter. Appreciate everybody tuning in on WKTYSports.com/video, the WKTY app, and around River City on Roku and Apple TV. They're down in 10, ball on the 3:53 left in this opening quarter, flying by so far. Here's Larson, design rollout to the left side. They give him a lot of time, and now fires a great out pattern to Michael Skemp out across the 20-yard line to the 15. That's a pick up of 15 on 3rd and 10. That's the second time we've seen that play, and it's 2 for 2 in completions.
I'm surprised that Holmen is giving that much of a cushion, knowing what a good connection that Larson and Skemp have when they roll that play out, allowing him to catch it and then have some time to get some yards after the catch.
First down and 10 for the Onalaska offense inside the red zone of Holmen. They can get a first down at the 5-yard line. Trips receivers right, 1 left. Here is Larson trying the left side of the line, and he is wrapped up by number 23. First off, grabbing his jersey, Matt McBride, and then a couple of his Holmen teammates finish the job, gain about 3 or 4 on the play, second and medium. With 3:25 to go here and counting.
It's third down.
Appreciate all of our sponsors as well, along with our video sponsors. Firefighters Credit Union and Kirk Paff, your local State Farm agent. Terps receivers right, 1 left. All on the 12-yard line, pick up a 3 there on 1st and 10. Here's the rollout to the right, and firing it on an out pattern, and then getting into the end zone for the touchdown is Skemp. Michael Skemp on the touchdown reception, 12 yards for the score. With 3:04 to go, it's a 6-0 ball game as the Hilltoppers take the early lead.
And that was his second option, too. He was looking further down, saw that receiver was covered, and then threw it out to him.
Michael Skemp with a 12-yard touchdown catch and run.
But he's still running happily.
And the extra point coming up momentarily. Looks like it's going to be number 8, Ben Foss.
Yeah, that's what I meant last time.
Here is the nice hold. The kick is up, and it is right through. He booms it right through on the extra point. It's 7-0. Onalaska capitalizes off the Holmen turnover. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. Be back after this. This is high school football on WKTY.
In order for a defense to get the best coverage on the field, they have to know the game and be ready for the unexpected. If you want the best coverage when it comes to your insurance, get to know the agent who gets to know you. Kurt Pfaff, your local State Farm insurance agent. There is no one-size-fits-all coverage. Get coverage that fits the way you live, work, and play. Schedule a quote with Kurt Pfaff before October 15th, and in appreciation, you'll receive a $10 Quick Trip gift card. Kurt Pfaff, your local State Farm insurance agent. Go to KurtPfaffInsurance.com.
They say teamwork makes the dream work. It also gets stuff done, like your projects. That's why Kent Hammer Roofing and Construction and A1 Roofing and Construction have come together to give you a better home improvement experience. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction brings you over 30 years of roofing and construction. See what they can do for you. Go to KentHammerRoofing.com. If you think a good roofer is expensive, wait till you hire a bad one. Get the best of roofing and construction. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction.
Back here at Onalaska High School, kickoff return in progress. Tyrus McCoy, big-time return out across the 35 and out to the 36-yard line as he took the left sideline. A little bit of a short kick. It ran up on him on the ground. and he did a nice job to give the Holmen Vikings some pretty good field position on this second possession of the game. Third possession of the game. The second possession was literally one play, but it still counted nonetheless. So the Vikings take over at their own 35 against this Onalaska defense, looking to execute a little bit more offensively here. Luke LeClaire under center this time, sends Braden Graw in motion to his right, and they hand off the
flag on the plate.
Football to the fullback, Brecken Turner. A flag does come in, and it's going to be an illegal shift penalty on Holmen. That's going to push the football back 5 yards. Should bring up 1st and 15 upcoming.
And right as Brecken took off to get that ball from LeClaire, he slipped, and it allowed the Onalaska defense to get in there.
So pushes him back 5. Make sure that Onalaska does accept the penalty. Yep, and now they will move him back 5 yards, so it'll be 1st and 15 at the 30-yard line. Have to get to the 45.
It's a nice crowd out here tonight. You can tell everybody's pretty excited to have football back with fans.
Absolutely.
Student section is full for both schools. That's quite a large audience here in person, so that's wonderful. Even with the weather, people are ready for some football.
Had a nice performance from the Onalaska Pep Band earlier on this evening as well, keeping us entertained in the pregame.
I won the dance-off, apparently.
You did?
Yep.
By default, because I just basically gave the win to you.
Oh, come on.
1st down and 15. Here's the read option. Keeping it himself is LeClaire, and LeClaire is going to pick up about 6, so brings it back to about 2nd down and 9. Still have to get to the 45 for a 1st down, but at least you get something there. Get those penalty yardage back, and we'll see what comes of this play.
I don't know about what the field looks like down from there, but still, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Not too muddy, so we'll see how that plays out the rest of the game. It's kind of nice that it's just misting, if anything at all.
They're going to test the quality of that field, and I think the
turf would be great someday.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Here's the counter option here, and getting stuffed in the backfield that time is number 9, Max LeClaire. He picks up maybe 2 on the play. They're down at about 7.
I like how both teams now, Holmen has their team over there that's not on the field, reviewing, the wonderful big screen TV that Onalaska started kind of a few years back.
The technology has certainly improved for all these teams, no doubt about it. And both Coach Kowalski and Coach Yashinsky used that to the absolute top notch of their abilities. So 3rd down and 7 with 1:22 to go in this opening quarter. It'll be LeClaire under center. And now here is the read option pitch play out to Graw. Graw having some issues as he's going more sideways than forwards, and Sam Pika dumps him for a big loss. Bring up 4th down and long after the 3rd down loss.
Looks like they're going to punt.
Yep. Brings up 4th down at about 12 here. Down to 1 minute left here in this first quarter. A quarter dominated outside of one big 45-yard run by Max LeClaire by the Onalaska Hilltoppers.
Nicky Odom back deep for Onalaska.
Standing at his own 25-yard line. It'll be Brecken Turner punting this one away, a late player for Holmen coming on the field. Going to act as a gunner, trying to get down and get the stop on special teams. Now we got a whistle and a flag. Looks like a delay of game. That was usually the referee that takes charge in the clock, and so obviously the player getting on late on the field probably didn't help the situation either.
But definitely not the position you want to put your punter in when you're trying to give Onalaska as many yards as they can before they score again.
And it happened last week as well. We did the Holmen and Menominee game, and the ball went right over Brecken Turner's head and out of the end zone for a safety. So there has been some issues special teams-wise for this season for the Holmen Vikings. The first game against Lodi, they allowed 2 special teams touchdowns. Last week, obviously, the snap over the punter's head and a delay of game there. So obviously an issue that Coach Kowalski wants to get righted quickly. And here is the nice snap, and it's a spiraling punt. It's going to hit at the 30-yard line, take a sideways hop, and with that wet grass, finally comes to a complete stop at the 24-yard line. So once
Smart
again,
of Onalaska to just let that go and prevent any bad things happening.
Absolutely, just play it safe. Obviously, offensively, they're executing a lot better than Holmen. But if you're the Vikings, this is what you have to do, is just keep flipping fields and hope for a turnover on Onalaska's side to put you in good position, field position-wise. It's because your offense right now is just not executing at the level they normally have the last 5-6 years. So first down and 10 for the Hilltoppers as they're back to work offensively after the 12-yard touchdown pass to Michael Skemp. Larson in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers split out left, 1 to the right. 2 fullbacks lined up in front of Larson, and here is the quarterback keeper again. Almost broke through a hole there as he gets across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Pickup of about 9 on the play, and that was a nice plunge up the middle as well. And really the offensive line has been the main focal point execution-wise by these Hilltoppers, giving Larson a lot of time and a lot of holes to run into.
The pancakes.
The pancakes. They want those pancakes. They do.
Number 52, Isaiah Yang. It's pancakes.
Second down and 2. When we come back, we're going to flip the field. End of the first quarter, the Hilltoppers with a 7-0 lead over the Holmen Vikings. The second quarter comes your way next. 60-second timeout. This is high school football on WKTY.
They say teamwork makes the dream work. It also gets stuff done, like your projects. That's why Kent Hammer Roofing and Construction and A1 Roofing and Construction have come together to give you a better home improvement experience. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction brings you over 30 years of roofing and construction. See what they can do for you. Go to KentHammerRoofing.com. If you think a good roofer is expensive, wait till you hire a bad one. Get the best of roofing and construction. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction.
Cheering for your team at the game can definitely give them a needed push on the field. Cheering for your plumber, on the other hand, well, the team at Bernie Buckner can't say it happens every day, but they'll get the job done no matter what. So make some noise for your team at the next game, and if you need a plumber or someone to take on your next commercial HVAC project, call Bernie Buckner. They're proud to support high school athletics, and they aren't afraid to tackle your toilet trouble. Go to BernieBucknerINC.com.
Back here at Onalaska High School, Drew Kelly, Lisa Mateo live with you this evening. As we start the second quarter, it's Onalaska with a 7-0 lead. They have the football at their own 33 with a second down and 2 upcoming. See what the first play call from scrimmage in this quarter will be after they had a chance to talk things over. And we'll see if there's any adjustments coverage-wise with the Holmen defense to make things a little bit tougher on Michael Skemp, as he has had a lot of room out there and space out on the perimeter of the field. 12 minutes on the clock, having some issues with the chain gang, apparently.
Does that just make you want to sing the song, The Chain Gang? Can you sing, too?
I can sing. I'm
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. We're going to start a band.
Yeah, we really should.
I can do like tambourine
there you
and rhythm section.
Yep.
You can sing.
You can play the trumpet.
Yes, play the trumpet. Yep. We'll have to figure out maybe if...
Grant Bill's back in the studio, plays guitar. I think we've got something.
Excellent.
I think we've got something doing.
Wonderful videographer here. I'm sure he's got some sort of skill. We'll figure it out.
Second down and a yard and a half, really. Larson in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers bunched up to the right side. Here is the quarterback draw, and he's going to keep fighting. Nice job moving his feet that time. Would not give up until he gets across the first down marker, a pickup of 3.
Clearly, Coach Yashinsky, watching film of the first 2 games for the Holmen Vikings, has seen something in the Vikings offense or defensive line versus his offensive line that has sort of changed up his entire game plan of doing 85 to 90% run versus pass this first half so far.
The guards and center doing their job so far here tonight. Another first down for the Hilltoppers. Shotgun formation, 1 receiver left, 3 right. And here is the run this time by Bonner, and he is dumped to the backfield for a 3 or 4 yard loss. In there for the stop that time, Reed Tangblad. And it's second down at about 14. That time, we saw that previously in the first quarter, one play where they really pushed them back into the backfield penetration-wise, but one of the few times they've been successful defensively so
He
far.
was getting up slow, too, so we'll take him out, and they'll put in Elliot Hess.
So Hess
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Sampica.
Yeah.
Pika's been all over the field defensively as well. And second down and long. Here's Larson, feels pressure immediately, fires it out to the flat, complete across the 35 to the 40-41 yard line. And that was number 10, Adam Skifton. So out across the 40 to the 41, pickup of about 7 on the play. Got to get another 7 for another first down, though. And again, another good decision. Not to really force anything. Didn't have a whole lot there, and just dumped it out for a decent game.
Really nice being able to watch, his brother play a couple of years, and he's playing a couple of years. Really helps his maturity when it comes to those types of plays.
Option play. It's a nice run to the left side. Out across the 40
Nicky
to the
Odom
35,
is going.
30, 25, 20. Still going. Unbelievable run by Nicky Odom. That was about a 45-yard run. We'll see where they officially mark it. But Holmen could have had him dead to rights several times, but he jukes and jives his way through the defense, and they finally mark him out at the 15-yard line. That's a 44-yard run, so Holmen had their own 44-yard run on their opening possession, and Onalaska says anything you can do, we can do better inside the Holmen red zone.
And not taking any time, getting right up to the line of scrimmage, not letting Holmen make those adjustments and get their defense set up.
First down and 10. Here is Larson, going to keep it on the quarterback draw play, and he's going to lower his shoulder, gets what he can, maybe a yard on the play. Good job defensively by Holmen to stuff up the middle of the line there. Pretty good defensive stop, given how tired they probably were running down Nicky Odom, but that time they were able to force the very small gain on the play. So second down and 9 at the 14 of Holmen. 9:52 remaining in the first half. One receiver split out to the right side and 2 to the left. Here is the fake quarterback draw. Larson's going to scramble to the right side and just throws it into the dirt in front of the intended target that time, number 19. And that was Ben Sturr. Ben Sturr with the intended target and brings up third down and 9. And again, a good decision just to live to fight another day if you're Aiden Larson.
Well, Holmen's number 2, Tangblad, was virtually unblocked, coming free at Aiden Larson. He really didn't have any other choices.
Third down and 9, 9:39 to go here in this opening half. Trips receivers lined up to the right side, one to the left. Skemp again lone on the left side. Larson rolls out to his left side, gets some pressure again, fires incomplete, high and wide of his intended target, Michael Skemp. That brings up fourth down and 9, and now we might see the kicking game of Sam Pica, obviously in the range here at this point of the field. 31-yard field goal attempt is what it would be if they decide to go that way.
And that play was the reason that was stop 58, Carson Westcott for Holmen chasing down Aiden Larson, not able to get his route in the way that he really wanted to get that ball thrown. So good defense still on both sides of the ball tonight.
For sure, buckling down when they need to for the Holmen defense, and we will see the kicking game. See for sure who the kicker will be. I believe it's still going to be Pico, and we'll have to see. Tough to tell the jersey right there. No, it's not going to be Pica. It's going to be number 8, it looks like, Ben Foss.
Yeah, remember I told
Ben Foss.
I've given 6 or 7.
Oh, yeah.
I've given 6 or 7 kicker names.
Foss.
Foss.
High snap, and here's the kick, and he just drills it.
I told you he had a good leg. I might not know
does.
who it was, but I knew that they had a good kicker.
10-0 as we go to the midway part of the second quarter. Going to take a quick 60-second timeout. Back after this is high school football on WKCY.
If you missed out on the award-winning best morning show in the state of Wisconsin, you missed out on... Do I really have to say this? Yeah. Okay, I got it. I want to get paid to say the words. Settle down. If you missed out on the award-winning WKTY morning show with superstar host Dave Carney, you missed out on this.
It's like trying to get a liquor license in lacrosse. You just can't do it. They're too valuable, you know? And when there's only one hip-hop license in the state of Wisconsin, in Scott Walker's Wisconsin, when there was only one, it was hard to come by. But you were the guy to get this done, and we always knew that you were the leader that could forge the way.
Well, it was up in the air for a while, but, a lot of conversations and support from guys like yourself. They made this...
The award-winning WKTY morning show with Dave Carney, weekdays from 6 to 9 on your home for sports in western Wisconsin. WKTY 96.7 FM, 580 AM.
Back here at Onalaska High School, Tyrus McCoy getting across the 20-yard line out to the 23. And that's where the Holmen Vikings will take over on first down and 10. So not a bad return that time, but not the 35 as previous. We'll see if the Holmen Vikings can just get some second and medium situations. They've been behind the sticks quite a bit early in this game.
Make a few less
mistakes.
Yep.
Kind of a lot of self-inflicted errors so far. Onalaska doing what they need to do.
And winning for Onalaska, I mean, we talked about this very briefly. The rivalry between these two games, Holmen has typically had Onalaska's number. Onalaska has only won twice in the last 10 years. This is one Onalaska really always wants to win.
Counterplay to McCoy as he goes right side of the formation off the right tackle and gets about 2 or 3.
Not that they don't want to win every game, but I think this Holmen rivalry is probably similar to Toma, Sparta, Lacrosse, Logan, Lacrosse Central. Those types of games where you just dial it in and it's a point of pride.
Yep. Well, and you look back, and as we mentioned, how many close games and how many games of consequence there's been between these two teams. A lot of conference title implications seemingly every year. So the hatred and the passion is always going to grow in those types of situations. Here is Brecken Turner mowing over a Hilltopper that time on the fullback dive. Gets across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Needs 2 more for a first down. And a third down and short upcoming.
See, and like you said, these third down and short, a lot easier to get first downs and create some momentum.
Third down and 1, and call it. So 6 yards on that run. 8:25 to go here in this second quarter. Man goes in motion, and here is a fumble on the play, and the Hilltoppers pick it up. LeClaire had a chance to pick up the fumble. He whiffed on it. And coming up there for the recovery was number 19 for the Hilltoppers. Ben Sturr. That puts the Onalaska Hilltoppers in fantastic field position to start the next drive. And that's the second turnover already for Holmen that has taken place right about the 30-yard line.
And he had the first down.
He did.
It just popped out, just didn't maintain control of the ball when he hit the ground. And as you follow the play, you didn't see him, face down in the dirt. He knows that he should have held on to that. He feels bad. And so, again, the defense for Holmen's got to be getting a little bit tired, but we'll see if they can hold Onalaska from scoring again.
1 receiver out to the right side and 2 to the left. Couple of fullbacks blocking for Larson, and this time it's not going to work. Big time stick and drop of the quarterback that time by Carson Westcott, who's really been the main defensive player. When things have gone well, he's usually been in the middle of it. Second down and 12 upcoming.
And I wonder, too, if part of Coach Yashinsky's game plan was to keep Holmen out there, keep them tired, keep the offense off of the field. Obviously, you can't score if your offense isn't on. So if that means that Onalaska's going to have to run, the majority instead of those fast scoring drives with passes, then so be it.
Second down and 12, little curl route, complete to Michael Skimp inside the 25 down to about the 22, 21-yard line. Close to a gain of 9 or 10. Going to be third down and about 3 upcoming. And again, Larson just taking what he needs to from the defense and puts themselves in good position, third down and short.
You know what I think about is who decides on white pants?
Right.
It's probably somebody who doesn't have to do laundry.
Laundry, right, yeah.
Yeah. They should get like a bleach.
Yeah, I don't think the person that pick out the uniforms is a mom.
Yeah, I don't either.
Lots of loads for these managers coming up after the game. So
and you can see between the hat. Oh, go ahead.
First down here for Larson as he is able to pick it up on a short gain, but
and you take a look at the players between the hash. You got the line, you've got Larson, and most of the wide receivers right now still have some white pants, so you can tell that they're not too involved yet.
Yep.
Who's getting dirty tonight?
Yep, that's right. Fourth down and 1. They're actually going to say it was short. So this is a pivotal play. If Holmen's able to stand tall again after that second turnover inside the 30-yard line, this would be a big-time win for the Vikings.
I got to stop talking about insequential bleaching.
1 receiver out to the right side and 4 to the left. Quad receivers out to the left side. They fake the quarterback sneak down. He goes forward and he gets it. This goes right underneath the offensive lineman. It picks up 2. And that time it does pick up a first down. Nice job by him to sneak through there. He's not a small guy by any means, and a nice job getting some leverage And,
yeah, he
pick him
was
up
really
first down.
low. He was almost at knee level or lower than the offensive line, and as soon as they snapped it, that was quick.
And keeping your feet above, or your knees above ground as well, not to just go immediately down to the ground. Not to pick up that first down. One receiver out to the right side, that's Skimp. 4 receivers left. Larson looks right the whole way. Curled pattern, caught at the 13-yard line and dropped right there. A nice form tackle on the outside that time. Number 29 on the stop that time, it was Colin Wing. Just basically hit him right where he caught the football, and it's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Falls on the 13-yard line.
5:37 and counting left.
Hopefully I'll get some other MVC score updates at halftime, too, that I'll be able to share. So as soon as those come in, I'll let you know.
Lots of busy action here around the MVC. Lots of fun games taking place. 2nd down and 5.
It's a year in the making,
For Onalaska, here is
high
the
snap.
High snap, as Lisa said, and a good job by Larson just to handle it and pick up what he can, as the timing was really off on that play. Picks up about 2. So nice job by Larson, just not making any mistakes, and that's been the issue. That's been the difference between Onalaska and Holmen here tonight. It's just the mistakes and the mental errors that have taken place for the Holmen Vikings. 3rd down and 4. 4:52 and counting left in this second quarter. Pistol formation this time. And wide receiver goes in motion. It's going to be a reverse play, and now a reverse pass. Wide open for the touchdown is Michael Skimp.
That was thrown by Ben Foss.
Ben Foss doing the kicking, doing the passing.
Doing it all.
Doing it all. A 12-yard touchdown pass. 3 players touched the ball in the backfield. And that was a beautifully designed play by head coach Tom Yashinsky, making it 16-0. 4:40 left here in this second quarter.
We call it trickeration.
It was trickeration at its finest there. The second 12-yard touchdown catch.
I mean, somebody's got to be wearing a cape later.
Absolutely.
So far, Ben Foss.
Michael Skemp also with 2 touchdowns so far. So 16-0 with 4:40 left here in this opening half. Foss in for the extra point, and here is the hold, the snap, the kick is up, and it is right through. Makes it 17-0 with 4:40 left here in this opening half. Onalaska starting to run away with it a little bit. We'll see if Holmen can answer right after this. 60-second break. This is high school football on WKTY.
Game day. 2 words that mean you better be ready to bring it. How you prepare can determine if you succeed or if you fall short. Be ready to bring it every time with Game Day Supply in Onalaska, the Coulee region's new specialty sports store. Equipment, apparel, accessories, nutrition. Game Day Supply can help you get there and keep you at the top. They know the products because they know what's at stake. Athletes and fans, be game day ready with Game Day Supply. Stop in today across from Senior Villa in the Timbers Building, Onalaska.
You do more than keep up in the office. You take charge. If fast-paced is your speed, bring your awesomeness to Midwest Family Lacrosse as a marketing assistant. You'll be behind the scenes making it happen with our account managers for our radio stations and digital marketing team. Click careers at MidwestFamilyLacrosse.com for the full story and benefits. Ready to apply? Send your resume to office@MidwestFamilyLacrosse.com by September 12th. Midwest Family Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
Back here at Onalaska High School, Drew Kelly, Lisa Medina live with you this evening, and we come back to break with a long kick return by McCoy as he scampered up the left sideline, used as basically an up man on that short kickoff. He gets inside to Onalaska territory at around the 49, or maybe they're going to say he stepped out at the Holmen 49.
Yep.
Right around midfield, though.
Doing a little ballerina step,
Yep.
a little two-stepping, a little something along the sideline.
So they just put that 1 foot out of bounds at the 49-yard line of Holmen. 4:34 and counting after this play call takes place. Under center is LeClaire, 2 wingbacks. Fullback on in the backfield here is the handoff to Brecken Turner, and he fumbles again. The 3rd fumble of Holmen here tonight.
That's picked up by Maddie Burnett.
And Maddie Burnett gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 49 yards on the return, but there is a penalty flag at the 23-yard line. So the hold going to come back on the return, so we'll see where that hold brings the football back to, probably around the 33 if it's a 10-yarder. But Brecken Turner is absolutely beside himself right now. Another decent look-like run, but he just lost control of it on his way to the ground, and Hilltoppers will have it in Holmen territory. 17-0, 4:23 to go.
Coach Yashinsky having a talk with one of his players to kind of recenter and refocus, keep his head in the game. So,
and you have to credit the Onalaska defense also. Part of it is just knowing where the football is. Really aware of where that pigskin is on the ground. And except for that first one on the first play from scrimmage for Holmen, every other fumble Holmen has put on the ground has been recovered by the Hilltoppers. So 4:23 left in this opening half. Onalaska looking, Lisa, to extend this lead here before the halftime break.
And Onalaska, I mean, they may have a little bit of an edge just because this is where they practice. They're used to this, regardless of the weather. You know, it's something they're on 5 days a week, and you know, maybe that's playing a little bit of an advantage. Maybe they've got some different spikes on. Maybe something to help give them just that little bit of an advantage. Where Holmen seems to be struggling with that ball control, with slipping, wet ball, things like that.
First down and 10 for Onalaska. They're 1-1 on the season. Split those non-conference games. Holmen 0-2 on the year. Two receivers lined up to the right side, one to the left. It's going to be a pitch play. They're going to try the same play they did on that last touchdown, and this time getting blown up in the backfield was number 1, Nikki Odom.
And Troy Knudsen just had his laser set. He was just going to run him down. Wasn't going to be no getting away.
Well, it's like they knew that was coming for a minute, as he just went straight to the backfield, almost like he knew what was coming. It's second down and 18 after the big loss. So that's a win for the Holmen defense.
Yeah, really seesaw.
Get the momentum back a little bit on your favor.
Yeah, short of those turnovers, it's a really different game.
Yep. Three receivers out to the left side for Onalaska, one to the right. That's Skemp alone on the right side of the formation. Shotgun formation for Larson. And he will go on the quarterback draw, breaks a tackle out across the 35, and then lowers his shoulder. And finally is taken down at the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 11. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Hilltoppers. Nice job by him to avoid a couple of would-be tacklers.
Aiden Boylan is the one who brought him down there.
And waited for some reinforcements to come help him out. Need to get to the 23-yard line for a first down. 3:10 and counting in this first half.
Man, this is moving fast.
It is indeed, as the Hilltoppers will also have the football back to start the second half. 3 minutes left here. Officially, Larson rolls out to the right. Finds Skemp again on another curl route and caught at the 20 and dropped right there, but enough for another first down. And that is just too easy pitch and catch right now for between Larson and Michael Skemp.
Yeah, Holmen's really not been able to get enough pressure on Skemp. They're just giving him so much cushion. I don't know if they're more afraid of the run after the catch or what.
Or him just going right past him and using that speed to
they're giving him
get a one-play touchdown.
Way too much of a cushion. They really should be up in his face a little bit more.
Making it a little bit more difficult. Here is, speaking of speed, is Odom again just putting on the afterburners and then a nice job putting on the brakes there. Picks up about 5 or 6 on the play. And he is a threat every time he touches the football.
He's a good scamper. Is that a word?
Good sprinter. Good sprinter, good scrambler of the football. First down run there. 9-yard pickup officially. 2:38 to go here. Trips receivers out to the right side and one to the left. Pistol formation. Here is Larson. Going to keep it himself. Puts his shoulder down and dives forward. Close to a first down. Might be short by about a half yard. We'll see where they mark it officially. 2:19 left here in this second quarter.
I did just get a Cooley region area update, even though Aquinas is not in the MVC this year. Right now, they are leading Altoona 16-0 with just a minute left in the first half.
Aquinas a really good team this year. Obviously, a little bit of a lower division, lower conference as far as competition, and that's good to see them have success after the tough run that they had in the MVC. And here's a third down run by Larson, trying to find any sort of room he can, and he didn't get much, but he didn't really need much either. I think they're going to give him that first down, and it should bring up first down and goal for the Hilltoppers here inside of 2 minutes left in this first half.
Caledonia also in the area, up 7-0, just about halfway through the second quarter.
First time in a while they're not having a king at quarterback, as Eli
saves
King
himself
is
for
saving
basketball.
himself for Iowa State basketball next year. So interesting to watch Caledonia here this season as well. Here is the little pop play on the little jet sweep motion to Odom, and that time he is met in the backfield, and that was a 4th down and 1, and that turns the Hilltoppers over on down. So a great job swarming to the football that time. And they went sideways trying to catch him off guard on the jet sweep, and Odom was not able to get the corner, so that turns the football over back to Holmen. And once again, just like when you think Holmen is dead to rights in this game, they just keep fighting back. If it wasn't for those fumbles, they would be in a much better situation here in this game. But as it stands, still 17-0 for the Hilltoppers with the lead with 1:12 to go.
But I'm sure Coach Kowalski is proud of the fact that regardless of those mistakes, his team is continuing to fight. They are still trying to, take what success and what wins they can in order to maybe hopefully make some adjustments.
Counter play this time to Max LeClaire as he gets across the 25-yard line.
There's a first down right there.
The 27, 12-yard pickup on 1st and 10. They ran that pretty much the same play on that long run on the first drive that netted 44 yards. Really, nobody was looking at LeClaire as he just easily just jogged out of the backfield to the left side. Finally was realized about 7 yards down the field. 1 minute and counting left. This is kind of the danger spot, or kind of the issue for the Holmen offense. They're just not built for this kind of drive, but we'll see if they can put a couple of big plays together. Here's the nice snap to LeClaire. He is met in the backfield, a big-time hit, and a loss, and I believe they're going to make it a face mask there.
Now, Levi Bolstead.
Levi Bolstead went
all
in.
The way, but just grabbed the wrong spot.
That was tough.
And that is the player that Coach Yashinsky was having, just
works with.
Coaching time with him in order to, keep his head in the game, and so now he's going to take a break.
So 1st down and 10 after the 15-yard penalty, and going to have some more words with him. Obviously frustrated, but that was a good play by him. He read it perfectly, just on the very last second, right before LeClaire hit the ground.
He's got to shake it off and see how he recovers and comes back in next time.
Yep, 1st down and 10 at the 27-yard line. Here's the pitch play, and we've got
another flag.
Flags in the backfield this time. Looks like the offense that time, but the player picks up another 9 or 10. Question is, will it stand? And it doesn't look like it. It's a legal shift. The second one we've seen on the Holmen offense so far.
He did get some good sliding. He probably got 3 or 4 yards of just a slip and slide move.
It is a wet night on the football field, no doubt about it.
The slip and slide. Maybe we could throw down a couple of play requests. Hey, do the slip and slide.
1st down and long after the holding penalty. 2 seconds.
I haven't seen Holmen's injured player. I think that was number 51, Ted Ertz, that went out in the second play of the game.
Yep, haven't seen him yet.
Nope. I don't see anybody being tended to either on the sidelines, so hopefully he's up just kind of shaking it off, and if it was a little bit more severe, hopefully he's getting tended to and it's not too serious that he'll be able to return.
Obviously have that big tent likely under there, keeping him dry and keeping that leg elevated if that's the case. 1st down and 15, 35 seconds to go after the illegal shift penalty. 2 wingbacks on either side in the pistol formation of LeClaire. He's going to keep it himself this time, and a big-time run. Actually, that is LeClaire. Keeps it himself and picks up about 12 or so on the play out to the 35-yard line, and a timeout called by Holmen with 22.4 seconds remaining. We're going to try to pull up a couple of more plays before they call this one a half. 17-0, looking to...
You're going to have to pull out something other than runs. You're going to have to take a chance. Even with 2 timeouts, you've only got 22 seconds, and running just isn't going to give you the time.
Unless you get a 45-yarder like you did in that first drive, which Onalaska has pretty much bottled them up for the most part offensively in the running game since that point. So we'll see what Coach Kowalski comes up with. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. Be back for the conclusion of the first half after this right here on WKTY.
Cheering for your team at the game can definitely give them a needed push on the field. Cheering for your plumber, on the other hand, well, the team at Bernie Buckner can't say it happens every day, but they'll get the job done no matter what. So make some noise for your team at the next game. And if you need a plumber or someone to take on your next commercial HVAC project, call Bernie Buckner. They're proud to support high school athletics, and they aren't afraid to tackle your toilet trouble. Go to BernieBucknerINC.com.
Back here at Onalaska High School, Drew Kelly, Lisa Mateo live with you this evening. 2nd down and 3. Here's another fumble. They had an issue trying to get it to Breckin Turner, and going all the way back for the touchdown again is number 4. That is Jonathan Nickram. Everybody getting in on the fumble recovery action for the Onalaska defense, and that makes it a 23-0 game with 13.8 seconds to go.
That's exactly what Holmen did not want nor need this close to halftime. They're really going to have to be talking about some confidence. They're going to have to do something in order to try to avoid any more turnovers in the second half.
A 23-yard
fumble
recovery by Nickram.
Sorry, wrong arm. That's my bad.
And score 23-0. The score, Foss is going to kick this one through the uprights, or at least try to anyway. He's perfect so far on kicks. 2 extra points and a field goal to his credit. And hindsight's obviously 20/20, but if you're Coach Kowalski, you're going to be thinking, maybe I should have just let the 17 seconds run off there and gone to halftime. But
I think he's
here's the fake field goal, the fake extra point. They're going to throw into the back of the end zone, and not able to hang on that time was number 27, Robert Bonner.
He had him, too.
Yep. That was going to be 25-0, had that written all over it, but unable to hang on to the football in the back of the end zone. But yeah, it's got to be just one play at a time if you're home, and that's really all you can really do at this point.
It looks like Sam Wallace is trying to join our dance-off as he comes off the field. I might have to give it to him. Those are some good moves.
I mean, he's got me beat.
Yeah.
He's got me beat for sure. 23-0 the score, 13.8 seconds remaining here in this first half. We want to thank all of our sponsors that are helping bring us this game here this evening, including our video sponsors, Firefighters Credit Union, as well as Kurt Path, your local State Farm agent. Appreciate all of that support by all of our fine sponsors. Obviously, patronize them as much as you can.
Yeah, they're
getting a little bit after it's a little bit after COVID, but they're still struggling, still trying to get things to go. But
Pulse Dental, Bernie Buckler, easy for me to say, right? Bernie Buckner. I'm mesmerized by their awesome, their commercial. And Game Day Supply. If you guys haven't been to Game Day Supply yet in Onalaska, you need to head down there because he has got everything that you could think of.
A little pitching wedge kickoff there as it takes a nice roll, and here's a nice return by McCoy. McCoy up the right sideline with 6.2 seconds to go. We'll see where they officially mark him out, and obviously Luke Leclerc is not known as a passer, but we'll see if they just send one deep and say a prayer.
I mean, really, that kick return and the other kick return earlier are really the only 2 bright spots right now that Holmen has had, unfortunately.
It'll be 1st down and 10, and I mean, it is raining out there. It's tough to see with the lights, but it is coming down, like at least misting, and it's not pouring by any stretch, but it's not dry out there either. But of course, Holmen, the only one that seemingly has issues with hanging on to the football, so we'll see if they can throw one last play, or if Coach Kowalski just says that's enough. Let's go to halftime and regroup. They're going to put one receiver out to the left side of the formation. And here is the pass by Leclerc. It's going to be a lateral backwards, and Elliot Hess is going to get out of bounds. But no timeout, no time left on the clock, and that's going to do it for the end of the first half. So the Onalaska Hilltoppers, with the help of 3 Holmen turnovers, are able to come out to a 23-0 lead here at the halftime break. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll come back to talk about the first half after this. This is high school football right here on WKTY.
Hi, I'm Kevin Millard, host of WKTY Outdoors. Each Saturday morning at 8, I'll share with you tips for better hunting and fishing success in the field, plus activities you and your family can participate in. There's a lot happening around here, so let's get out and enjoy it. Join me for WKTY Outdoors, brought to you by Ace Sportsland and Ace of Lacrosse, Saturday mornings from 8 until 9 on WKTY, 96.7 FM, 580 AM.
Craft Beer Night at Oktoberfest is back. I wrote a song about it. Like to hear it? Here it goes. Just kidding. I will not deafen you with my caterwauling. But Craft Beer Night is back, and the ticket kickoff is Thursday, September 9th at Big Al's in downtown La Crosse from 4 until 7. Get $10 off your GA or VIP tickets, and the first 50 people to buy theirs will score some freebies courtesy of Sam Adams. VIP is the bomb, by the way. Early access, private bathrooms, free Big Al's pizza, and specialty beers. See you at Big Al's on Thursday, September 9th for the Oktoberfest Craft Beer Night ticket kickoff.
If you're a sports fan, you can't afford to miss the Dan Patrick Show on WKTY. Let's bring in the very popular Nick Wright from First Things First on Fox Sports 1. Who is the best player ever, Nick?
Dan, you know the answer to this. We know it's LeBron, and it is going to be, in 25 years, folks aren't going to believe we argued about it. It's like, well, one guy was bigger, he was faster, he was stronger, he did it longer, he did it in a tougher league. He did it when the rules were kind of designed against him. He did it over a far longer period of time. He scored more points. He was obviously the better passer. What were we arguing about? The 2011 finals, it is a meltdown. It is a giant blemish on the resume. But it's been a decade. And since then, he's played in the last game of the year every year, except for the year he tore his groin.
Don't miss the Dan Patrick Show. Weekday mornings 9 to 11 on WKTY, 96.7 FM, 580 AM.
What's happening in our community? Here are some items from our calendar to put on your calendar. Join the YWCA La Crosse for a phenomenal lineup of food and live music on September 16th. It's a special fundraising event hosted by the YWCA La Crosse at Scenic Mount La Crosse, a perfect setting to celebrate with the community this summer. The rescheduled Music on the Mount runs from 4 until 10 p.m. It features music from Tug, Michael Zernia, Toaster Ghost, and The Lavender Project. Tickets are now available for purchase. Exclusive t-shirts for the event are also available. Get yours now while stocks last. For a link to tickets, go to ywcalax.org. Proceeds will support the YWCA's mission to eliminate racism, empower women, and promote social justice for all. If you've got an item you'd like to get the word out about, go to AroundRiverCity.com and add your event to our calendar. Then check out some of the other activities going on in our community.
Back here at Onalaska High School, Drew Kelly live with you this evening. Score at the halftime break, 23-0. The Hilltoppers all over the Holmen Vikings right now. Really a issue.
And it's really Holmen's fault.
It's a lot
and I mean that in the nicest way possible,
Yep.
but you can't turn the ball over 3 times and expect to be winning.
Yeah, it's all about execution and making the least amount of mistakes possible, and that has been the case so far for the Onalaska Hilltoppers, who have played clean football pretty much throughout. So let's take a look at the scoring summary real quick. It was Onalaska getting on the board first, as they were the only team to score. 3:04 left in the first quarter. It was a 12-yard touchdown pass from Aiden Larson to Michael Skimp that made the score 7-0. And then another turnover by Holmen, 1 of 3 in the first half. Ended up in a 33-yard field goal by Ben Foss. Boomed it through the uprights there. Really one of the times that Holmen's defense made a stand. They did it a couple more times as well after some turnovers. That made it 10-0 with 9:31 to go in the second quarter. And then another turnover by Holmen right at the 30-yard line on the opening play of the next possession. 4:40 left in the second quarter. It was a 12-yard touchdown pass to Michael Skemp again. And then right before the half, Holmen had a couple of nice plays, and then just called the timeout with 17 seconds left and a fumble recovery for a touchdown taken in by Neckerum, as he was able to get the touchdown right before the half ended. And that's really football isn't a complicated game to a certain degree. If you're going to hang on to the football and you're not going to commit egregious penalties, you're probably going to be in a good position. And for Holmen, they just have not been able to hang on to the ball.
Well, if Onalaska had 3 turnovers and Holmen had 3 turnovers, It might be a different story. But that's just not the case. When you're losing the turnover battle 3-0, even though Holmen's defense did flip the field. I mean, they had 2 4-and-outs. So they haven't played terribly, but it's really a mistake issue. And like I said earlier, the 2 bright spots are those returns on kicks. Coach Kowalski, he's got to be in there talking about how to keep their head in the game, how you just shake those off. There's nothing you can do about the first half right now. You've just got to play, the next 2 quarters as hard as you can and try to, stop the bleeding with the amount of mistakes. There are some swans on the field. Did you see those?
I did see those swans as the marching band gets set to perform here in a little bit. But
maybe they could leave those on the field for third quarter. That might be distracting. Interesting.
Might be a little bit different. Trying to run around for those.
As far as score updates, Central West Salem at this point, they're tied at 0. So that must be a defensive battle to be watching as well. I don't have an update on Logan Sparta at this point, so I'm sure they're near the halftime as well. And as those roll in, I'll be happy to share them. But right now, first opening game of the season, and Onalaska's playing just like we thought that they would.
Absolutely, and the Hilltoppers have really taken advantage of the middle of the offensive line for them and the defensive line for Holmen. And really, I thought going in it would be much more passing attack, but for the most part, it's been Aiden Larson and the quarterback draw right up the middle. It's been the main focal point offensively for them, and those easy passes and catches to Michael Skemp really been the 2 focal points of their offense.
Well, and I kind of look at it, a couple of ways. Coach Yashinsky, he looks at the weather. We're gonna maintain and we're gonna do safe plays.
Yep.
Ball control, ball safety. Let's not do turnovers, right? So let's not do those big bombs or, just run the ball, short little passes. Holmen is giving them every bit of cushion that they want. And he's obviously in film seen something on his offensive line versus Holmen's defensive line and that matchup, and it's working so far.
And we'll see kind of what adjustments Coach Kowalski makes as well as we try to see how they're going to defend Michael Skemp, because they're just giving him 10, 15 yards easy in that zone coverage, and it's just an easy pitch and catch as long as Aiden Larson has time in the pocket. They're not going to be able to stop it. They're just going to go right down the field on him. And I understand, obviously, Skemp, a very good athlete, probably one of their top explosive receivers, but you're not going to do yourselves any favors just letting them go up and down the field, just getting chunk plays, especially down 23-0. You need the ball back.
Yeah, and clearly just whatever Onalaska's doing right now is working, and so Holmen has to change its scheme, which isn't great to do at halftime, but that's what great teams do, right? That's what good coaches and great coaches do. They figure out, okay, this is what happened in the first half. What do we have to do in the second half? You've got to get Onalaska defense uncomfortable. Right now, they're comfortable. They're owning the line. They're doing whatever they want, with the exception of a couple of plays here and there. And Holmen has got to bring back on their defense, because they're not stopping Onalaska. Onalaska is just having their way on both sides of the ball, and it's going to get ugly if they don't stop the bleeding.
23-0 the score at the halftime break. 7:25 to go here in the here at the halftime break. 7:23 left before we get back to the second half. We're going to take another break here, 4 minutes, and be back after this for more halftime reaction. You're listening to high school football right here on WKCY.
In order for a defense to get the best coverage on the field, they have to know the game and be ready for the unexpected. If you want the best coverage when it comes to your insurance, get to know the agent who gets to know you. Kurt Pfaff, your local State Farm insurance agent. There is no one-size-fits-all coverage. Get coverage that fits the way you live, work, and play. Schedule a quote with Kurt Pfaff before October 15th, and in appreciation, you'll receive a $10 Quick Trip gift card. Kurt Pfaff, your local State Farm insurance agent. Go to KurtPfaffInsurance.com.
Integrity. Seems like a pretty rare thing, doesn't it? The kind of person that goes the extra mile. The person who makes sure the work you don't see is as good as the work you do see. You don't find that quality in everyone, but when you do, you know it. The doctors at Hulse Dental in Onalaska work every day to maintain the highest level of integrity. Get to know Dr. Hulse and the newest member of their team, Dr. Case, at HulseDental.com. Welcome to Hulse Dental.
If it's happening in Wisconsin sports, you'll hear about it on the Wisco Sports Show.
Shailene Woodley was on Jimmy Fallon last night because, of course, great. We're going to have to talk about this. I'm not a relationship guy, but I am an Aaron Rodgers guy. So let's get this over with.
I'm going to marry someone who throws balls. Yeah. But he's really just so good at it. And
he really knows how to throw a ball. Yeah.
He can throw fastballs. He can throw slow balls, high balls, low balls.
Okay. Let's calm down a little bit. First and foremost, he can also use his legs to scramble and extend plays. Why don't we talk about that a little bit? Jimmy Fallon and Shailene Woodley. Also, I need a friend who laughs at everything the way that Jimmy Fallon laughs at everything.
Talking Wisconsin sports with Grant Bills. It's the Wisco Sports Show. Weekdays from 4 to 6 on WKTY.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. College football started last week, but it is officially back this week. How do I know? The return of targeting calls and lack of targeting calls. It felt like no matter what game you were watching last night, somebody was either getting flagged for targeting or not getting flagged for targeting when they should have been. Take the Ohio State-Minnesota game. Those calls were front and center. We saw it early in the first half, and then we saw it late in the game. In the fourth quarter, when P.J. Fleck and company had their oars in the water and they were rowing that boat to get back in the game, a wide receiver got cracked in the head. That wasn't a tackle. That looked like a surface-to-air missile. A dude is nearly decapitated and the refs decide, nothing to see here, keep moving. That's how I know college football is officially back. O'Reilly Auto Parts is here to keep your car on the road with the right parts, advice from their professional parts people, and their free loaner tool program. There is no need to purchase a tool if you're only going to use it once. Your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store has more than 80 specialty tools available to rent for your next repair. Refundable deposit required at the time of rental. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today and ask about their free loaner tool program or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
I can pop a beer in here, right? Your cousin from Boston. This here is Sam Adams Boston Lager. It's my go-to beer. Not too heavy, not too light. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, that's whoopsie daisy. Oh no. Is there somebody that can help? Come on in the room. It poured right in the keyboard. Relax. I spill beer on my computer all the time. Sam Adams Boston Lager. The Boston Beer Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Drink responsibly.
Midwest Family Entertainment.
Music, lighting, decorations, everything should be perfect for your big day. Midwest Family Entertainment can help bring your vision to life. From our DJ services to a personalized digital photo booth, uplighting, custom light projection, signage, dance floor decals. Let us help create and achieve the wedding of your dreams. Set up a complimentary virtual consultation now. Head to our website and click reservations.
MidwestFamilyEntertainment.com.
You want to stay connected to all things Wisconsin sports. That's why you've got the free WKTY app available for download now. All the best in WKTY programs, like the WKTY Morning Show with Dave Carney, Dan Patrick, Jim Rome, and the Wisco Sports Show with Grant Bills. Watch live high school and college sports on the WKTY app in high def, and catch up with WKTY on your time with WKTY podcasts. Download the free WKTY app now in Apple iTunes, Google Play, and Roku.
At Onalaska High School, Drew Kelly, Lisa Mateo live with you this evening. 23-0 the score with one here at the halftime break. And a couple of score updates. Caledonia in a tight battle with Lake City, 13-13. So the nation's longest winning streak might be in jeopardy there in Caledonia, Minnesota. You can hear that game if you want to switch over at the end of our game to Classic Hits 94.7. Tony Schultz doing that one this evening out in Caledonia. Tight defensive battle, Central and West Salem. No score at the halftime break. Haven't gotten anything from Logan yet, but we'll certainly pass that along when we do. And also, Aquinas winning 16-0 at halftime over Altoona as well.
And we talked a little bit, too, while we were waiting to come back on about West Salem and Central. Central's first two games, I mean, they look almost unstoppable. And to have West Salem, who is always a good team, you know, they've got great lines, and they're a tough defense. So to hold Central at this point 0-0 is really saying something. So I'm sure it's a great matchup. It'll be interesting to see how Logan and Sparta come out. I mean, Logan, you know, it's kind of the tale of two games, you know, winning really big that first game and then coming back and losing big to a team that hadn't won one in 51 games, which is crazy. And then you talk about this game here. I mean, we've got some teams in the MVC, and it is going to be good. as we continue to play this conference play and see who's going to come out on top.
No question. As we mentioned, we haven't seen River Falls really this season at all. They haven't been in the area as far as playing games, but we'll have River Falls later on in the season against Central, I believe, later on in the year. So actually against Onalaska.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it is Onalaska's later on this year. So,
and what you'll notice too, River Falls has had Onalaska before when they were in Big Rivers. They really had Onalaska's number in the playoffs, and so. To bring that kind of competition here, they finished second only to Hudson in the Big Rivers last season. So, everyone just has to up their game. I mean, you when you play better teams like that, the only way you get better is by playing better. And I think the MVC teams individually and the conference play, just the level at which they execute, it just continues to elevate at every team. It's really impressive. These swans are impressive. We have black swans now, white swans and black swans.
And earlier, obviously, taking a look at what the playoffs hold, the harder competition you play in the regular season, you can look at the two legs. Obviously, it's going to wear you down, and you're not going to be physically prepared for the playoffs, but those games get you into tight battles, and you're able to deal with them. And some of the larger schools you're able to be ready for, be prepared for, because of all the tough competition you did have in the MVC all season long. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of our local teams did go to level 3, level 4, and then at that point, who knows? So it'll be fun to see high school football playoffs back in action for a full season. Obviously, last year the quads a little bit. They did a couple of mini playoff games.
It feels so good to be back.
It does.
The Friday night lights. You can smell the popcorn. You got the band. You got the parents. The banners, the cheerleaders, the fans. I mean, this is what the Cooley Region community is all about. Everyone's got their team. They're out here supporting these kids, and all the work that they put in. The nice thing about those non-conference games, it really tests your team. It shows you what potential of a team that you might face in the playoffs and what level you need to execute at in order to win the conference and move on to beyond level 1 in playoffs.
Got a minute and a half here before kickoff. We're going to take a 1-minute break here just before the start of the second half, and we'll get ready for second half action after this. This is high school football right here on WKTY.
They say teamwork makes the dream work. It also gets stuff done, like your projects. That's why Kent Hammer Roofing and Construction and A1 Roofing and Construction have come together to give you a better home improvement experience. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction brings you over 30 years of roofing and construction. See what they can do for you. Go to KentHammerRoofing.com. If you think a good roofer is expensive, wait till you hire a bad one. Get the best of roofing and construction. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction.
Down the right sideline, MVS has it to the end zone for the touchdown!
Hey, lacrosse, nobody talks more Packers football than me. Don't miss the Bill Michaels Show every day, 11 to 2, right here on WKTY. We're going to cover every game, hear from the coaches and the players, and get the inside scoop from the best reporters and experts. That's the Bill Michaels Show, talking Packers football all season long, right here on Western Wisconsin Sports Talk leader, WKTY.
Oh, what a play!
Back here at Onalaska High School, Drew Kelly, Lisa Mattia live with you this evening as the Holmen Vikings get set to kick this one away to start the third quarter. Nicky Odom back to receive the kick deep at his own 10-yard line. Holmen just looking to offensively just get through a possession without fumbling, and defensively hoping to get a turnover of their own, try to get themselves in good field position and flip the momentum of this game, because right now it has been all Hilltoppers so far early on through the midway part.
If I were Holmen, I would squib this. I wouldn't go anywhere near Nicky Odom. Just maybe beyond this first line here where they don't have their hands team, because you can see the pants are still white. Try to aim for somebody who's got white pants and not gray pants.
Here is the squib kick / onside kick, and it's going to be finally just falling on. Good decision that time, as the roller might have been a little bit
This is my Nostradamus 2.0 there, see.
First play from the first half, first play from the second half. Man, you are on it.
Man.
First down and 10 at the Onalaska 33-yard line as we start the second half. It'll be one receiver out to the right side. That's
and
Michael
trips.
Skimp.
Do we get to say trips? Everyone says trips.
I know.
I know, but it's only two.
Only two. Two side On the left side, 2 wide receivers, left, 1 right. Shotgun formation. Aiden Larson once again takes it on the quarterback draw, goes up the middle of the offensive line, and gets maybe a yard, if that. Good job of the defensive line of Holmen to stuff it up the middle.
Well, and right now they don't even need to score, really. They just need first downs to continue to wear down this Vikings defense. If there's not another score for the rest of the game, they're going to be fine. So that you'll probably see just more running.
2nd down and 9. For Onalaska, 2 receivers out to the trips receivers out to the left side. There it is.
See,
1 receiver out to the right. Shotgun formation for Larson. Nicky Odom to his right. Larson takes the snap and now fakes the pitch play,
nice
and
run.
A big-time hole up the middle.
You see him juke the defender in the backfield there?
Great job with the fake there, getting the defender off kilter, and he just goes right past him for the first down. 11:15 left in his 3rd quarter, and Onalaska once again moves the chains.
If he dances like that again, we'll put him on the dance team.
That was a hesitation move, perfectly done there by the senior quarterback from Onalaska. And it really is a family affair. I feel like I've been calling these same names for the last 5, 6, 7 years I've been in lacrosse.
I think you have.
I think I have as well. Quarterback Aiden Larson, straight back in the pocket, has some pressure, and intercepted over the middle. Pass a little bit behind the intended target, and cutting in front for the pick, number 40, that was Kyle Gerald.
Holmen needed that boost of adrenaline there.
Desperately, as Gerald gets the pick and gets inside Onalaska territory, right at midfield is where they'll mark it. And the Holmen defense comes up to the challenge as they will start at the Onalaska 49.
And I don't think that was a mistake by Larson. I think just because of the pressure, he just lost the grip, and it just didn't go where he wanted it to. So not necessarily a mistake, unfortunate accident maybe.
Yep. Just wasn't able to get all the oomph that he needed on it, and good job by Gerald realizing that and jumping ahead for the interception. So 1st down and 10 for offensive line Holmen, and here is the keeper by, once again, LeClaire, and he pitches it out. It's going to be a big-time loss again. They fumbled it again. That time it was forced as the nice defensive play by Onalaska, forcing the fumble on the attempted pitch. Braden Graw loses a long 8 or 9 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and a mile.
So tell me why you don't, you see gloves on some of the Onalaska players. You don't see gloves on the Holmen players.
You don't.
And after this, I'd be wondering why.
Yep.
Why? And maybe as a quarterback, you got to have that feel. You got to feel the ball to get it, to grip it, to pass it, to hand it off.
Everybody else not wearing gloves. Here's LeClaire. Nice pitch play. Good blocking out to the outside. Breaks a tackle up the sideline to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Holmen. A 58-yard touchdown run by Max LeClaire. And Holmen has answered back here early in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I think the halftime talk worked.
Yep.
Even after that fumble, they come back and, they didn't fumble it, I guess. They lost control, regained control. But boy, they need that run. That's something that we haven't seen all game so far. And now we'll have to see how Onalaska responds, making sure you just keep your head in the game. One play doesn't make or break a game usually.
Still down by 2 scores. We'll see if looks like they're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Try to make it a 15-point game. And here is the read option. LeClaire keeps it himself as he goes inside, takes the ref with him, and gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Hopefully the referee is okay there.
I think he is. Everybody went for a ride there. Good offensive line at work by the Holmen offense. And it is 23-8, 9:56 to go. That is how you start a half if you're Holmen. An interception and then a long touchdown run offensively.
He just did such a great job of making that play work, that hesitation, that holding the ball, waiting for that line to make the hole, and just taking advantage of it.
And the
good execution.
Absolutely. Vikings will kick this one away to Onalaska here. We're going to keep it here, Grant. As we talked about, you can't start a half any better than a turnover on defense and a touchdown on a short drive on offense. And so,
well, that's what we know Holmen for, right?
Yep, that's what they can do.
And we haven't seen any of that. So, you've got to make sure that Onalaska now, obviously Holmen can score. They're fast. They knew that. They're going to have to make sure that they execute their game plan for the last 2 quarters of this game in order to win.
Come out with a game. Yep. First down and 10 upcoming after the kickoff. And
Squib.
It is.
Squib again?
I would again. Do not want to put it in the hands of Odom. We'll see if Coach Kowalski agrees with Nostradamus to my right. 9:56 left here.
Although
in this
you
third
see
quarter.
that they put Robert Bonner up there now in that second level.
Here is the line drive kick. It is going to go to Odom. He's going to pick it up at the 12-yard line. Fakes the handoff. Takes it right side. Has a block. Now cuts back inside. Brecken Turner has him for a moment, and he's finally wrapped up at the Holmen 48-yard line, and that's why he did not kick to Nicky Odom.
No. And he almost got loose from that tackle, and if he had, boy, they wouldn't have been able to stop him. So there's a touchdown-saving tackle.
The kicker, Brecken Turner, grabbed him by the towel of his pants and just held on for dear life. He almost squirmed out, as Lisa mentioned, but finally wrapped up after reinforcements come to converge. So first down and 10 at the 47 of Holmen.
See, now it's similar to flag football. You don't wear stuff like that.
That's right.
I mean, even the Incredibles aren't supposed to wear capes.
That's true. Here is the quarterback draw play by Larson. He picks up 5 there on first and 10. And
last one on his knees as he keeps crawling along.
Not giving up here in the third quarter. He has been busy tonight, both offensively and defensively. Got a tackle earlier in the game as well. And just as quickly as Holmen gets the momentum back on their side, Onalaska answers right back with a nice kick return, and all of a sudden they're moving again at the 42-yard line of Holmen. Trips receivers left, 1 right. Shotgun formation for Aiden Larson. 9:08 to go here in the third quarter. And here's the draw play again. Good blocking up front initially, and then getting tackled forward. Close to a first down is Larson. Getting the stop that time. Once again, number 58. That was Carson Westcott. And it's going to be third down and 1.
That Carson Westcott and Michael Hellickson for Onalaska on that line. This is not a great matchup for Onalaska due to Hellickson's size. It's just so much smaller. So Holmen took advantage of that.
Third down and 1 upcoming. 8:38 to go here in the third quarter. 1 receiver right, 2 left. A couple of fullbacks in front of Larson on a potential quarterback run. They will run it to the right side. Good hesitation move, and he slides for a first down. Very
aware of where that first down is.
Knowing where the first down was, knowing where the defender was, looking to clobber him there, and does not take an unnecessary hit. And that should be easily enough for a first down.
Sorry, I get so excited.
I don't think they're going to need the chain. They should. And they are. It looks like a fairly easy first down, but I guess we'll see for sure.
Maybe they need, special glasses like I do too. From up here, it looks easily a first down.
It does,
but down there, different perspective.
Different angles, for sure.
I mean, plus, maybe the chain gang was tired of just standing. Maybe they needed
to give them something to do.
Yeah, run out a little bit.
They're paying them for something.
I think that's what we'll call our band, the chain gang. Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Maybe we can play on Dave's show, Funky Friday.
There you go. I think that's the perfect description for what the band would be.
Funky.
We'll see if we...
It's a pretty description of bad.
Yeah. That's another adjective. Similar adjective or bad, yeah. We'll see. And it is going to be a first down by about a yard, so the Hilltoppers do pick it up, and they will move the chains again. 8:27 to go here in the third quarter as they're reading off the raffle tickets here.
50-50.
Good deal here at Onalaska High School tonight.
Sam Wallace, number 62, just keeps on dancing. I love it. He's having a great time. He's got the dirtiest pants next to Aiden Larson here, so he's getting
doing work.
He's getting his workout in for sure.
23-8 the score. 8:15 to go here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation for Larson. Trips receivers left, 1 right. Here's a draw play again. Takes the middle of the field towards the left and then gets thrown back by a host of Vikings. In there.
Kyle Gerald was the first one there. He wasn't tricked up at all. So
Miles Boyu also in there for the stop, throwing it back. Second down and 8 upcoming for the Hilltoppers.
And Gerald was the one who had that interception. So he stepped up his defensive game here so far this third quarter.
Pickup of 1 officially, so second down and 9 at the 35. 7:44 and counting left in this third quarter. 1 receiver out to the right side. Left is 3 receivers. Larson again alone in the shotgun formation. And here he rolls out to the right. Pressure from behind. Fires it low and outside of his intended target. That was Michael Skemp.
Well, it's good defense, though, by Holmen. Because,
good coverage.
Yeah. They had nowhere to throw it. There was no room, and we had talked about that earlier. So even if he had placed that not so low, it would have been a difficult catch.
Finally kind of moving up on him in coverage, making it a little bit more difficult that time. Makes it third down and 9 at the 35-yard line. 7:27 to go left in this third quarter. Skemp alone on the right side. 3 receivers lined up left. Skemp looking over the defense. And they're coming on the blitz. And they stuff him for no gain. Nice job. Coming all the way was Troy Knudsen. He was just itching to get off the ball. And he meets Larson right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a half yard, but it's going to be 4th down and 9. And this is another big-time play by both teams here. We'll see if the Holmen defense can get off the field, get their offense back on. And continue the momentum.
And just because we are not just a football station, I'll give you the Brewers update.
There you go.
Brewers not faring well. 8-0 in favor of the Cardinals.
Ouch.
Bottom of the third.
Not good for the Brewers as they're looking to
Keep
clinch
up
a first seed in the playoffs, right in the thick of things.
Well, the Cubs are doing their part.
Yes, they are.
By trading away everybody.
There is a sack on the backside as Aiden Larson was flushed out to the right side, and Bayou runs him down.
Looks like Andrew Weiss was at number 25.
Yep, 85.
Oh, 85. Sorry about that.
Bayou was able to get him from behind, got him by the ankles, and the momentum continues to shift the other way, and now obviously Holmen has to answer offensively like they did on that last drive. But, you're doing defensively everything you need to do so far in this second half to make it a ball game.
Right. And Aiden in the first half, had he been under that same situation, he would have thrown that away.
Yep.
So, that's on him. He should have gotten rid of that ball before he was sacked.
Got to feel the footsteps behind you. Here's the pitch play to Braden Graw. He has a head of steam and cuts it up inside where he picks up 2 yards on the play. It's going to be second down and 8 at the 42-yard line. Inside of 6.5 minutes left here in this third quarter.
Well, Onalaska's got to be thinking back to game 1 where they were leading Baraboo, and then Baraboo came back, and at the very end of that game, they won by a touchdown. So, Coach Yashinsky talked a great deal about that game and how they spent the following week, and it looks like this lesson is 2.0, if you will.
Absolutely, it is shaping up to be a tight one, maybe, if the Vikings can continue to push forward offensively. LeClaire spins out of the tackle and finally is dumped at the 45-yard line. Pickup of 3. It's going to bring up third down and medium. Got to get to midfield officially. As the Hilltoppers continue to play good offense, especially from the offensive line. It seems like the line of scrimmage has been the main difference between this first half and second half. Aiden Larson not having as many holes to run through, and on the other side, a great job by Holmen to get a little bit more push up front. Third down and 5 here. Graw on a pitch play to the right side, trying to find the edge. He's going to lower his shoulder, and a nice open field tackle that time. Looked like number 3, Michael Skemp, coming in there for the stick. And it's going to be 4th down on the play.
It'd be interesting to hear from Coach Kowalski and what he talked about at halftime that turned some of that mentality around and that passion and just what's the word I'm looking for?
Desperation, really.
Yeah.
I mean, they 23-0. You really can't afford to give up too many touchdowns at this rate. Just the way offense of Holmen goes. Usually 23 points is about what they can score, at least with this form in 2021. So defense playing with their hairs on fire and making sure that they keep Onalaska at bay as much as they can. They're going to go for it here inside their own territory at the 47.
They're not going to pass it either. Oh,
4th down and 3. They got a flag down.
It's going to be against Holmen.
Delay a game.
They had a late entrance here. Number 87 ran in. Drew Tingblad ran in late.
That's the second time on a delay of game. They also had one on a punt previously where they've had a late entrance. And that pretty much just forces you in a punting situation, I would imagine. I guess we'll see for sure, but yep, now they bring out the punting unit. So that's frustrating as a coach, as you probably thought you had the perfect play dialed up to pick up another first down, and then just took too long to develop, and now you're back to the punting game.
It just dampens that wick of intensity and momentum.
4th down and 8. Here's the nice snap to Brecken Turner. He gets it away with a spiraling punt. Nobody back there for the Hilltoppers, and so Onalaska will watch it go inside the 10 to the 9, probably right at the 10 is where they'll mark it. And so, for the most part, Hilltoppers do flip the field. I guess it's a positive sign, but you really would have liked to at least get another score there and get this a little bit closer as we get into the 4th quarter. So now the defense is going to have to step up again, try to get the football back.
And we'll see what they dial up for plays. I mean, with Onalaska being inside their own 10, that's a great opportunity if they can cause a turnover or, a fumble or, a sack in the backfield or something like that. And they've got just such a short field to score. So, hard to say.
We'll see
And Onalaska is just going to continue to run it unless they try some trickeration at the deep pass at this point. But I don't foresee Coach Yashinsky doing that.
1st and 10. Here's Larson going to roll out to the right side, fire deep down the right sideline. Got Odom behind the defense.
Oh,
he shoots the defender, and he's off to the races. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown on a 90-yard touchdown pass to Nicky Odom.
I was wrong.
Some trickeration there.
Yep.
Nicky Odom just beat the defenders and then did a nice juke move between two of them right at the 35-yard line, and it was over after that. That was a backbreaker for the Holmen defense, just like when you thought you were getting back into this game. A 90-yard touchdown pass, and it's back to a 21-point lead for Onalaska.
Yeah, that's why I don't coach, because I was wrong.
Nostradamus to a point.
Yeah.
Even Nostradamus is wrong every once in a while.
Yeah, right. I got 2. I'm 2 of 3.
Yeah, you're 2 of 3.
Yeah.
Put you in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Hey.
So 29-8. Extra point pending here by Foss. And he will wait the snap and the hold. The snap is good. The hold is good. I mean, the extra point is good as well.
And that move that Odom put on both defenders in the open field, I mean, breaking ankles.
Disgusting. A disgusting move there in a good way by Nicky Odom. And the score 30-8, 3:55 left here in this third quarter.
I think he wins a dance contest.
I think he does as well.
I mean,
I think it's over.
You can't break ankles and not win.
Nope, I think it's over. 30-second timeout quick, and we'll be back right after this before the kickoff. This is high school football on WKTY.
Hi, I'm Kevin Millard, host of WKTY Outdoors. Each Saturday morning at 8, I'll share with you tips for better hunting and fishing success in the field, plus activities you and your family can participate in. There's a lot happening around here, so let's get out and enjoy it. Join me for WKTY Outdoors, brought to you by Ace Sportsland and Ace of Lacrosse, Saturday mornings from 8 until 9 on WKTY, 96.7 FM, 580 AM.
Here at Onalaska High School, 30-8 on a big-time touchdown pass and catch to Nicky Odom from Aiden Larson. Now here's a run back by Holmen. A nice return again up the right sideline, and this might be a 100-yard touchdown run. All the way inside the 20. LeClaire, the quarterback, a fantastic return.
And Ben Foss saves 7 points. Man.
All
that
of a sudden,
can do it all.
These big-time plays all of a sudden in this second half.
They're just making sure we weren't falling asleep from the first half. They're just like, hey, we saved ourselves for the second half.
Yeah, absolutely.
Making sure nobody was leaving early. Stands are still packed.
Absolutely. It's a good atmosphere here in Onalaska, and Holmen trying to answer right back. Get it back to a 2-possession game. 1st and 10, they marked LeClaire out at the 16-yard line. Wingbacks on either side of the formation. Receiver lined up left side, that's Drew Tengblad. Here's the pitch play from right to left on a jet sweep. It is Max LeClaire. He breaks a tackle. Now stiff arms a defender at about the 7-yard line is where they'll mark him out of bounds.
Ben Foss couldn't stop him that time in the backfield.
Nope. That was a really nice play going from right to left across the formation for Max LeClaire, and looks like there is a flag, and I believe there is right at the 10-yard line. I'm not sure what this call would be. It was very late, right near the sideline where the play ended.
Face mask.
A face mask against Onalaska, so that's going to be half the distance to the goal.
Yeah.
Should be an automatic first down as well for the Holmen Vikings.
So really, they've made Onalaska, while not making mistakes necessarily while playing, just tackling mistakes. I think we've got, one illegal hands to the face, 2 face masks.
Penalties kind of piling up that way as far as defensively for
Holmen doesn't
Onalaska.
need any additional help because the defense right now is doing what they're supposed to do. So this is a key moment for Holmen. They really need to turn this into some score.
First down and goal at the 5-yard line. Under center is Luke LeClaire. Right behind him is Graw. There's the handoff, actually the read option. It was LeClaire keeping it around the right edge and ducking inside for a moment. Going to get down to about 3, maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Second down and goal upcoming for Holmen.
Johansson with the tackle. Ball is on the 2.
Number 25, the running back, Andrew Weiss, also in the backfield now for Holmen. Haven't seen his name out there yet.
He's a little guy.
He is. He is not Brecken Turner. You just wonder. Obviously, you want to have as much confidence in him as you can, but 3 fumbles. One of them was recovered by Holmen, but it's been a tough night for...
Yeah, and his confidence is probably shaken, and so maybe it's just better to pull him off.
And just kind of get him back for next game.
Yeah. Well, and I think, too, when you look at Weiss's size, even though he's smaller, it's easier to hide those choices of who's going to hold the ball, who's going to carry.
That time, nobody was fooled as the back handoff to Weiss as... It was a run up the middle by LeClaire, and he was stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. So third down and goal now at the 3-yard line. 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's a 30-8 ball game. 23-0 at halftime. Each team with a score here.
And Brecken Turner back on the field. Andrew Weiss will go off, and we'll see if they just give it to him and try to run it up the gut.
Obviously 4-down territory here. Down by 22 points as we near the end of the third quarter, and if you can't get in from 3 yards with 2 tries, it's going to be
a tough, long rest of the game.
It is. Brecken Turner is back in there now, and they're going to do a read option and trying to hold on for dear life is Onalaska. LeClaire gets to the 1, right by the goal line, so not very far to go at all. Didn't see who knifed into the backfield trying to on the blitz there. Knew it was going to be the read option, and he held on to LeClaire's shirt.
Yeah, tuck it in.
LeClaire was able to break away for the time being, but he is wrapped up at the 1-yard line.
And we've got the stands up and making noise here as the Onalaska's in front of our window trying to cheer on the defense right here at a goal line stand.
Fourth down and goal at the 1-yard line. After a long kickoff return, allowed Holmen to get it at the 16-yard line of Onalaska. Hilltoppers looking for a stand here on 4th down and inches. Brecken Turner gets some instructions from LeClaire. Luke LeClaire gets the handoff. Handoff is to Brecken Turner, and Turner redeems himself momentarily as he gets in for the end zone and the touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown plunge from Brecken Turner, and it's 30-14 with 1:02 left.
I think there's some disagreement from the Onalaska sideline and the Onalaska line. They felt like they held him and maybe didn't get the call that they wanted. But, goes one way, it goes another, and it is what it is.
Law of averages usually goes to medium. 1-yard touchdown run by Brecken Turner. Got to feel happy for that young man after the first half that he had.
Yeah, he needed that.
And it is going to be an extra point upcoming, number 43. I'm sorry, number 47. My apologies, Leo Miller. Hogan Schneider. Hogan Schneider with the extra point, and it's up and good. So the score back to a 15-point advantage with 1:02 left in this third quarter. We're back in 6 seconds. We'll be back after this. This is high school football on WKTY.
For the weather, here's Stormy O'Day with eggshells.
Well, sometimes it gets so hot you can fry an egg.
But it's raining.
Ooh, poached eggs. I miss breakfast.
Sometimes it takes a while to get the things you need. But when it comes to your comfort, you can get it now and pay as you go. I'm Mark from Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Sweltering summers are no problem with a new high-efficiency Carrier air conditioner from Schneider. And with financing options from 12 to 36 months interest-free with low monthly payments, you can enjoy comfort today. Not only did Carrier invent modern air conditioning, they perfected it. Find out which high-efficiency Carrier cooling system is right for you. Summer comes around every year. Don't sweat it. Now's the time to finance your new air conditioner. Be ready for any weather. Ask about our Gold Star maintenance program. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, La Crosse and Winona.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is our business.
Back here and Onalaska, here's an onside kick. They wait perfectly for the 10 yards, and it's picked up on a recovery by the Holmen Vikings. Perfectly executed Hayden Goodell. A beautiful kick by Brecken Turner there, just spinning it like a top. It finally got to midfield, and Hayden Goodell picks it up on the recovery.
Looks like there's some debate from Coach Yashinsky and one of the officials. I don't think that they expected that little trickeration there, but Holmen not going away.
Not going away. They are fighting to the bitter end here, and they've got all the momentum in the world. We'll see if they can take
advantage. That's what Vikings do. They just keep fighting.
They do. First down and 10 at the Onalaska 49.
It's one of my favorite shows on Netflix.
It is great. That is a great show. We'll see if the victory comes for the Vikings as we continue in this third quarter. Here is the rollout to the right side. Quarterback run by LeClaire. LeClaire spins, gets out of a tackle, gets out of another. He's into the secondary. He's stumbling inside the 25 to the 21-yard line. A 28-yard gain there for Luke LeClaire. And the Holmen stands now all of a sudden are alive as well.
I feel like Luke's just kind of put this game on his back.
He
He's
has.
just like, I'm not done yet, and I'm not going down like this.
He is just running through tacklers.
Running, bumbling, stumbling through the grass that's wet.
First down and 10 at the 19-yard line. 46 seconds and counting left. Hilltoppers trying to maybe get a score before the end of the third quarter here. That would be something.
That would be something.
Given the way the first half ended for them. On that fumble recovery, return for a touchdown. Here is the counter play. It's Graw this time, breaking through a tackle. Fights over a Onalaska defender in the middle of the field. Getting the worst of that one was number 10, Adam Skipton. He picks up about 8 or 9, and it's second down and 1.
Think anyone in the stands is looking for an antacid if they're wearing purple yet? I think they're waiting for fourth quarter.
It's little nervy.
It's a great game to watch when you have
great.
something like this happen, right?
Back and forth affair and big plays on both teams.
Big rivalry.
Yep.
Yeah. This is for bragging rights for sure.
For second down and short, here is the handoff up the middle. I think that's Turner just dragging defenders with him. A late flag comes in.
From the backfield, so we'll have to see.
And you have to wonder, I mean, at that point, he's obviously in position for a possible face mask call, or if they call a holding penalty at the very end, but it doesn't seem to be a holding penalty, and they're pointing to Onalaska.
Remember earlier when I said they don't have to score anymore? I didn't mean that to jinx them. I meant just saying, you know.
In theory.
Oh, personal foul.
Personal foul, face mask. So they did grab him by the face mask, trying to get Brecken Turner down. It was hard enough with 5 guys on top of his back trying to pull him down. That is the end of the third quarter, but it's a penalty, so I think we're going to get one on-time down here. Quarter cannot end on a penalty.
Defensive penalty. Right?
Defensive penalty, right. So it'll be half the distance to the goal. See officially where they mark it. I think it's going to be on about the 4-yard line or 3-yard line. 3-yard line officially, and that's where the on-time down will take place. So first and goal. One on-time down. 30-15, Onalaska trying to hold on to this giant push by the Vikings offense. Under center is LeClaire.
Onalaska holds, that'll be huge.
Here's Holmen. LeClaire under center, and he's trying to get in, and he does! A 3-yard touchdown run by Luke LeClaire on the quarterback option, and it is 30-21. At the end of the third quarter, we're going to get an extra point to see what the final score will be before we go into the final stanza. This has been some kind of comeback by the Holmen Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to Coach Kowalski. I'm going to have to find out what he did. Did he hand out M&Ms or Skittles or something? I don't know. Extra credit? No, he didn't. I'm joking. It's a joke. No extra credit.
30-21. Here is the extra point put up by Schneider, and
no
it
good.
was no good. Pressure on the kicker immediately forced the timing to be off on that one, and so that is how the third quarter will come to an end. 30-21, we've got a ball game in Onalaska as we go to the fourth quarter. 60-second break. This is high school football on WKTY.
The bright lights, the smell of the field, the roar of the crowd. There's nothing like high school football. This season, as you get ready to cheer on your Holmen Vikings, you're going to want to fuel up with eats from the Holmen American Legion. They're proud supporters of Holmen Athletics and always hometown proud. Everyone's welcome at the Holmen American Legion. Grab a bite off their menu from 11 to 5, or keep up to date with all the special events and special menus on the Holmen American Legion Facebook page. Go Vikings!
They say teamwork makes the dream work. It also gets stuff done, like your projects. That's why Kent Hammer Roofing and Construction and A1 Roofing and Construction have come together to give you a better home improvement experience. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction brings you over 30 years of roofing and construction. See what they can do for you. Go to KentHammerRoofing.com. If you think a good roofer is expensive, wait till you hire a bad one. Get the best of roofing and construction. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction.
Back in Onalaska, Drew Kelly, Lisa Mateo live with you this evening.
Got a couple of quick updates for you. End of the third quarter, Central West Salem still 0-0. Aquinas up 38-8, and GET down 6-13 to Black River Falls. Still no update on Logan West Salem.
30-21 the score, 12 minutes on the clock. The football fell off the tee.
I think Onalaska couldn't wish any quarter to be done faster than that one.
That was a tough 12 minutes indeed. We'll see if the 12 minutes in the fourth are any different, as Brecken Turner will kick this one away. This time it'll be a normal punt, a normal kick rather, and this will go inside the 5-yard line, and just making a sliding tackle for Onalaska on the return there was number 9, Aiden Larson. Once again, he's probably one of the most important players on the team. You don't need to be getting smoked on special teams. So
well, it looks like they're trying to claim a fair catch sort of signal, and that was a late hit, but to no avail.
Yep.
Referees aren't buying any of it.
Not the case.
So Onalaska needs first downs. They need to keep the Holmen offense off the field and continue what they were doing first and second quarter.
First down and 10 at their own 17-yard line for Onalaska. 11:55 to go in the game. Live here on WKTY, WKTYSports.com, and the WKTY app. And here is the design run play by Larson. He is hit in the backfield and driven back. And once again, you saw him coming off the right edge of the defense that time. Number 23, Troy Knutson. He was looking for the blitz the entire time, and he dumps Larson for a 1-yard loss on the play.
You got to wonder, maybe at one point is Coach Yashinsky going to start maybe pulling out some pass plays to open up the field a little bit. He's really got the defense is dialed into the rush plays, so see what happens.
Second down and 10 here for the Hilltoppers. 2 receivers out to the left side and 1 to the right. A couple of fullbacks lined up left side in the backfield along with Larson. He's going to roll out to the right, basically blocker protection, going deep down the left sideline, caught by Michael Skemp out across 35 to the 38-yard line.
And stepped out accidentally. He just had lost his balance, if you will, and just went out, but there's a nice pass.
21-yard pickup there by the completion from Larson to Skemp. Do have an update from the other side of the river. 23-13, Lake City on top of Caledonia.
Wow.
So the nation's longest winning streak is in jeopardy. 30 seconds left in the third. That game on Classic Hits 94.7. 1 receiver split out to the right side and 2 to the left.
Great first week of football in the area.
Unreal. We've got college coming up tomorrow with UW La Crosse and Dakota State.
Hey, I know the guys that are calling that game.
Here is the run-up on Larson's quarterback draw, and he's going to pick up about 2 on the play out to the 41-yard line and get driven back by a host of Vikings there. We're running up second down and 8. with inside 11 minutes to go here in this contest.
And WKTY will be airing that game, the UWL game as well, right?
And all the video as well, WKTYsports.com/video. So looking forward to, I think there's one game that's going to be broadcast on ESPN3, so the Allendale, the Michigan game, and in a couple of weeks we'll not be doing that one, but every other game can be seen live on video and obviously on the radio on 96.7 FM and 580 AM. I'm really looking forward to this college football season. 3 receivers out to the right side and 1 to the left for Onalaska. Here is Larson. Once again, the draw play out across the 45. That's where they're going to mark him down officially.
He's going to need an ice bath after this.
He's put in his work. There's no question about it. It's 3rd down and about 4 upcoming for the Onalaska Hilltoppers. They mark it 3rd and 3 officially at the 44. And a quick move out of the huddle trying to catch the Holmen defense off guard. They're back in it, though. Trying to get him to jump off sides. Almost got him that time.
Mm-hmm.
Larson.
Hopefully they don't get a delay here.
Coach Jashinsky. Trips receivers right, 1 left. Here's the draw play by Larson. And he is tripped up into the backfield and stopped. Once
by Troy
again,
Knutson.
Troy Knutson, who has been everywhere in this second half, gets in there again for 4th down.
This is like the tale of 2 halves. It really is so different. Where Onalaska just can't get anything going, and they had no trouble in the first half. And so they really need this first down to kind of slow the momentum of Holmen and the belief that maybe Holmen can continue to, really, 9 points is really nothing anymore.
9:15 and counting left. They're going to punt this one away. At least that's the formation they're going to go with. On a 4th down and 2, you got to be careful for the direct snap to the up man, though.
But he doesn't punt normally, so
here is the high snap, and it will be a punt, a spiraling punt. He does get a decent kick on it. And nice job by McCoy. He was too close to the football. He tried to get out of the way. It came up on him.
Smart play, though, by him. If that would have bounced off and Onalaska would have gotten it, it would have been their ball. So.
And he just somehow able to
That's why you just
maintain control and maintain focus and get the catch.
You just got to run away when it's that close. That's why sometimes Coach Jashinsky doesn't have anybody back there. He's just like, whatever, I don't even want to take a chance. So
that was a risky opportunity there for the Hilltoppers, as they had men in the area as well. So McCoy did a nice job of keeping his wits about him. And
I didn't know Robert Bonner punted.
Not bad
at all. But I could see how that would look up to maybe be a fake punt with him in his roles earlier in series.
1st down and 10 at the 26-yard line. LeClaire gets the snap from the shotgun. He's going to go to the left with a lot of blockers in front of him. Takes the left edge. He gets around the corner. Close to another 1st down for the Holmen Vikings with 8:49 left.
I think they're going to give it to him.
Yes, they are. They say move the chains. Well, maybe just inches
measure?
short. They might be measuring for it. Yep. That's what they were calling for, as the chain game come out. It's going to be very close.
No, I guess they're just going to...
No, they're just going to go 2nd and short. Inches away, 2nd and 1 at the most. Got to get to the 36-yard line. 1 receiver split out to the right side. A couple of wingbacks on either side of the formation in the backfield. Here's the pitch play. Right side, Craw trying to get the corner. And he just bowls over an Onalaska defender when there's no more room to go, and he picks up a 1st down.
You can see the Onalaska defenders trying to do a little, not a peanut punch, but paw that away and create a turnover. But
nice job by Graw to keep tight control of that football.
Braden Graw just limping off, too. So let's hope nothing serious that he can come back in.
For sure.
As Luke LeClaire getting the play from the sidelines.
Graw,
I'm going to guess it's, the same play they've been running.
Right, the ones that have been working the entire second half here.
Yeah.
Is coming in to replace
Matt McBride.
Graw is Matt McBride here. Yep. So 1st down and 10, 8:23 to go here.
I'm going to guess they're going to run.
I think that's a safe bet.
Thanks.
We'll see if Nostradamus is right again.
Oh, wow.
Here is the counter play. It's a run, and it's going to be a decent run by Max LeClaire this time. 2nd man through, and he picks up 5.
They're doing such a better job of camouflaging who has that ball. Onalaska is really having trouble picking up where that actually is. And so am I sometimes. I thought maybe they stopped him back a little bit further.
And they're doing a nice job also of just going more straight up and down. They were doing a lot of going more sideways motion in the first half that really allowed Onalaska to get the time they needed to get to the play and sniff it out and force those fumbles. But this time they're much more aggressive with their blocking and their running in this second half. Here's the handoff to Brecken Turner, who is across midfield to the 49-yard line. He's a yard shy.
And he's not a small guy to tackle.
No, he is a load to tackle, and that was the frustrating part, I'm sure, for Coach Kowalski in that first half. You had a lot of those third and short situations with those fumbles where you would have picked up the first down and kept those drives moving, but they just weren't able to handle the football. So we'll see if they put it in the young man's hands again, 3rd down and 1.
You could almost say Holmen was beating itself in the first half
they
and
definitely were.
allowed Onalaska to score, and unfortunately that's what wins games, right? Points, not fumbles and non-fumbles.
32-21 the score with 7:02 to go. Here is the handoff to Turner. He breaks through initial arm tackle and gets what he needs for the first down. Gets 2, needed 1, and that moves the chains for the Hilltoppers. And it's amazing. Just think about the one play. It was a one-play 90-yard touchdown pass from Aiden Larson and Nick Odom, and that's the difference in this game so far. That's been the only
missed extra point.
Yep, and a missed extra point by
and a missed
by
2-point by Onalaska.
Yep. But this second half has been owned by the Holmen Vikings. We'll see, and that's the thing. You just hope there's enough time on the clock at the end of the game if you're the Holmen Vikings. Pistol formation. Leclerc has some trouble with the snap. He's going to get it. Another fumble, and do the Hilltoppers have it again? They do. And the Hilltoppers strip Leclerc the football, and that's exactly what they needed as everything was going right for the Vikings.
And was that Skifton?
Yep.
Adam Skifton who caused that? Or, well, I don't know if he caused it, but
the
recovered.
football.
Yeah.
Yep. Skifton right in there. Saw it pop out of the hands of Leclerc, go about 40 yards forwards, right into the awaiting arms of Adam Skifton. So Onalaska gets the football back.
And they can't give it away in 3 either. They need to get a first down. They need to get the defense a little tired.
A little bit too.
Yeah.
Plenty of time left with a 9-point game. Holmen looking for another defensive stand. Here's the quarterback draw by Larson. He's going to get across the 45 to the 46. Pick up a 3 on first down and 10, 2nd and 7 upcoming.
Goes down at the 46.
As the Hilltoppers are going to bleed as much time of this clock as they possibly can before snapping this ball.
Got an update that Black River Falls is leading GET now 20-6. West Salem 3-0. Right now over Central with 6.5 minutes left in the game.
First score in that one. Really exciting game over in West Salem. Really exciting game here in Onalaska tonight. We appreciate everybody tuning in on WKTY. Here's the quarterback draw play again. Larson has some room out to the left side. And he picks up a big first down out across the 40-yard line to the 39. Picks up 25 yards on the second down scamper. And that's the first time in this second half they've been able to get that much room to run for Larson.
Great tackle by Hayden Goodell, too. Just to kind of lay out there and take the feet out from under Aiden Larson. I think that probably stopped a touchdown.
Yep.
I didn't see any other defenders back there to try to slow him down if it wasn't that.
He had a lot of open space, no question. Trips receivers out to the right side and one to the left. Skemp alone on the left side of the formation.
I think the field's dried out a little because he didn't have as much slip and slide action as he did in the first half.
The rain has finally subsided here in Onalaska tonight. Larson once again looking to bleed as much time off this clock as possible. And he takes the snap once again, the draw play. Good blocking up the middle, and he's out across the 25-yard line down to the 22. A 16-yard pickup blocking. Great job on the offensive line, as Lisa stated there, right up the middle as they were doing all in the first half. And we'll see what the play call is here for the Vikings, or for the Hilltoppers.
21-yard line.
4:58 as the clock stops momentarily as the ball is spotted and the chain game is set. 2-7 in the last 9 for the Onalaska Hilltoppers, looking to go 3-7 in the last 10. Try to get up to 2-1 and put Holmen down to an 0-3 record. 3 receivers out to the right side and 1 to the left. Shotgun formation here is the quarterback draw by Larson. Larson
continues just to plow forward.
Just steady. Slow and steady wins the race at this point, with the clock continuing to go inside 4.5 minutes.
His pants are almost the same color now as Holmen.
It's an astute observation.
I know.
Second down and 6 upcoming after the yards on 1st and 10.
I mean, that's what I'm here for. Astute observations.
Well, I appreciate
and Nostradamus-like
abilities.
Paul, and dancing.
Yep. 3 qualities I do not possess.
And making you laugh. That's what I'm here for, people.
There you go. 3 receivers out to the right side and 1 to the left. Shotgun formation for Larson. 1 back in the backfield with him. That's Odom. And they're going to fake the pitch to Odom. And it's a run by Larson. He's inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. That's the second time they've done that little fake pitch. As the defense gets frozen, and then off to the races is Larson with a run.
Yeah, that's a good pull by the offensive line to lead everybody off to the right. Good thing for Larson to hold, wait, and then take the opening.
Good patience. We've seen that all night from Aiden Larson in this game.
Yeah, with the exception of that one ball that he took the sack on. But yeah, I mean, minimal mistakes from him. Knock on wood, I guess. I shouldn't. I feel like I jinx teams when I talk about stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's not my intention.
We'll see. Under 3.5 minutes to go here in this final quarter. First and goal at the 7-yard line for Onalaska. 3:16 left total. And here is the read option again, the left side. It's going to be Larson sliding down to the 5. He's becoming pretty adept at that slide motion, and he picks up a couple. And it makes sense. You have the ball in your hands pretty much every single play. You don't need to be taking unnecessary hits. And obviously, Holmen wanting to strip that ball out, knock it out as much as they can. So
I wonder what the officials need a timeout for. Are they going to measure?
It is 2nd and goal, so we should be fine in that regard.
Just seems unusual that they called a timeout. Unsure why.
And now they're forcing Onalaska to go back out there, so not sure if the ball was
wet,
slippery. Maybe did they get a new ball in there?
Oh, maybe.
So 3 receivers out to the right side, 1 to the left. Once again, Larson in the shotgun formation.
I bet they're not going to pass it.
We will see. I don't think so as well, but a little pot pass maybe, jump up and pass, but Larson's going to keep it himself. Once again, good patience. He's getting near the goal line. He tried to reach across, but he does not get in yet. Down to the 1.
Good closure by the defense of Holmen there to see that him coming and then just drop what they were doing and stop him from getting to the goal line. So I mean, this would be huge for Holmen. I mean, either team. It's going to be huge whichever way it turns out, and cause a momentum shift for the last 2 minutes of this game. Holmen needs this stop, needs the ball back.
And it's going to be tough with the clock continuing to go inside of 2 minutes, and they've got to go 98 yards, but it starts with this possession. They got to get a stop. 30-21, already a 2-possession game. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Larson in the pistol. Good patience, waits for his opening, gets into the end zone for the touchdown, 2-yard run, and that will likely stick the fork in the Holmen Vikings tonight. 36-21 with 1:43 to go here in the game.
Like
that's another good.
Sink the ship.
That's another good
Vikings.
analogy.
Yeah. Onalaska's going to plunder the Vikings. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Sorry.
Going to stick the trident in the Vikings.
Ooh, a trident. That's one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite movies.
There you go.
Brick used a trident.
Onalaska.
That escalated quickly,
It
Drew.
did. I did. I was going to use nail in the call, or there's your dagger, but I think Wayne Larrabee probably has a trademark on that. I don't think I'm allowed to use it.
Well, he's probably not listening. I won't tell anybody.
All right. Thanks for the pick-me-up. 36-21 that Wayne Larabee's not listening to this broadcast
we
tonight,
got a,
but I got a
we got
flag. I think a
delay
game likely, yep. That'll push it back 5 yards, but Ben Foss does not seem to have an issue with 5 yards around this time of the
I think he
end
could
zone.
probably kick 40. I mean, he is. I've seen him in warm-up, and it's quite good.
The 34-yarder he hit earlier in the game, it was good from about 45. So it was that one specifically was a very impressive kick from
Well, and it's Onalaska
Ben
just
Foss.
taking more time off the clock.
Yep.
I mean, if it's 5 more yards, it's 5 more yards. It's less time the Holmen offense is on the field.
1:43 left here in this final quarter. Here is the high snap. Good job by the holder to get it down. And the extra point is over the stands. And over
I think that
everybody's
beat the
head.
high jump, and it might be on to the triple jump.
Yes.
Part of the track. So
That's
a pretty good
way
kick.
in there. 37-21, 1:43 left here in the
there's a little
contest.
cowbell in the audience.
We're going to take a 60-second break. Be back after this. This is high school football right here on WKTY.
Game day, 2 words that mean you better be ready to bring it. How you prepare can determine if you succeed or if you fall short. Be ready to bring it every time with Game Day Supply in Onalaska, the Coulee region's new specialty sports store. Equipment, apparel, accessories, nutrition. Game Day Supply can help you get there and keep you at the top. They know the products because they know what's at stake. Athletes and fans, be game day ready with Game Day Supply. Stop in today across from Senior Villa in the Timbers Building, Onalaska.
Cheering for your team at the game can definitely give them a needed push on the field. Cheering for your plumber, on the other hand, well, the team at Bernie Buckner can't say it happens every day, but they'll get the job done no matter what. So make some noise for your team at the next game, and if you need a plumber or someone to take on your next commercial HVAC project, call Bernie Buckner. They're proud to support high school athletics, and they aren't afraid to tackle your toilet trouble. Go to BernieBucknerINC.com.
Back here at Onalaska High School, Drew Kelly, Lisa Mateel, live with you this evening. 1:43 left in the game, 37-21 as the Hilltoppers have the lead over the Holmen Vikings. Couple of score updates, Lisa.
Oh my gosh, I hope you're sitting down because the nation's longest winning streak, I'm going to repeat, the nation longest winning streak by Caledonia.
Not
losing 30-13, 6 minutes left in the third quarter.
Not looking good. First down and 10. And you got to imagine, you got to think about Caledonia. That streak has to wear mentally on those kids every single week, and you wonder if that might just be a blessing in disguise just to get that out of the way.
Yeah,
and you still have 5 straight championships also, which is at the end of the day, that's the end goal anyway.
Right. I mean, nobody's perfect forever.
Nope. First down and 10 here. It's going to be a play-action pass by LeClaire. 2 men guarding the receiver down the field, Tenglad. And a pass interference penalty going to be called.
That's the last thing that Onalaska needed.
For sure. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Actually not a bad pass by LeClaire the first time he's dropped back this time. It was good coverage, though, by Onalaska, but just a little bit too tight and didn't really look back for the ball, which is kind of the main thing. You got to be at least able to play the ball.
Well, and when you automatically have your hands up like you didn't do anything, that
within
you
seconds.
Totally did it. You totally.
Right.
Yeah, you can't.
Before
can't
the ref even throws his flag.
You're like, whoa,
no,
not me.
Oh, okay, all right. Well.
Yeah, you just got to act like nothing happened. Like, don't even make eye contact with the ref. You can just sort of walk off the field like, no, nothing to see here. As soon as you put your hands up, the referee's like, oh, what'd you do?
Do not cause attention to yourself.
Yeah.
So the 15-yard penalty brings it to the 50-yard line of Holmen.
Aquinas wins in Altoona 45-8, and they're 3-0. They'll host Blackbird Falls at UWL next week.
First and 10 for the Holmen Vikings. Read option to the right side is LeClaire. A couple of nice blocks as he gets across the 35 down to the 34. Nice job there as the blocking did its job on the offensive line, right side.
Oops. Somebody's saying it's a 71 game streak. I thought it was 51. Well, I'm way off.
70, yeah.
Holy smokes.
It's been a great ride, however it ends, but it definitely is not looking good right now if you're a Caledonia Warrior fan. First and 10, 1:16 left here in the fourth quarter. LeClaire opposite side this time with the left side run, and he picks up about 8 again out across the 30 to the 25-yard line. Right now,
I think Holmen would be happy with the score here, just to finish the game. I know it won't have necessarily an outcome on the score, of course, but
a great fight and a great effort in the second half after being down 23-0 with all the fumbles and all the mistakes they had in that first half.
And you see what they're capable of and how fast they're capable of doing it.
Pitch play to the right side. It's Graw. He stiff arms a defender. Now bowls over another Onalaska defender. That's Skifton, who ultimately brought him down inside the 15 to the 14. It's just amazing. I watched Holmen last week, and they just didn't show any of this, and they looked the same as they did in the first half that they did last week against Menominee, and they come out in the second half and look like gangbusters. So
that's got to drive a coach nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To know what your team is capable of, and then not executing your game plan for half of the game.
Yep. And you got to wonder maybe if this is maybe a catapulting point for the Holmen football offense that just watch the second half of this tape of this game and just.
As a Bears fan, I'm familiar with only half of a game being
right.
played. It's brutal. Yes, I'm a Bears fan, people. It's okay. I know.
It's okay.
You're not going to tell me anything I don't already know.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I know. Especially them.
That is true. 40.4 seconds remaining, 37-21. And here is the quick pass, and almost interception it is. So
Intercepted.
Jumping up into the air and snagging it with one arm is Aiden Summerfield. And that will end the drive for the Holmen Vikings. Another turnover, and that will likely lead to a couple of kneel downs for the Hilltoppers, and that will do it here.
And to leap up and catch like that, I mean, way to be aware of the ball and the play and everything that's going on, and not giving up like, hey, we're already going to win. It's not a big deal.
That's a highlight play.
Yeah, both teams just fighting, not giving up. And again, just a sense of pride, a rivalry. They're both very tough teams. It's going to be a great season for both teams. Records don't mean much, the two non-conference games. This is going to hurt Holmen, and we're going to see how they come back next week. 37.6 seconds. Larson's just going to take the knee. White pants running in. White pants.
Late addition for the Onalaska offense there, number 34.
Sarah Connor Lentula.
In there for the last couple of plays. The quarterback Larson goes to a knee. And did Holmen call a timeout? I believe they did. Holmen calls timeout. So they have 2 timeouts left. Not sure if they're going to get some new guys in there or kind of what the situation is. Some other guys getting their helmets on, so.
That's their first in the second half.
Makes sense, get the young guys at least some snaps in there and let them know that they made the scorebook at the end of it. 34.5 seconds to go. It'll be the Onalaska Hilltoppers and Central Riverhawks next Friday.
Hey, I'll be here.
That is going to be a fun game over at Roger Herring Stadium at UW La Crosse. And we look forward to bringing you that one. Lisa and myself, Cole alongside us in the booth.
I know, he's got to quiet down. He's been pretty loud here today. I don't know if you guys have heard him.
I know. Just a troublemaker over there in the corner.
Dancing fool over here.
37-21 with 33.2 seconds to go. Another timeout called by Holmen. Only one timeout by them. Pre-game coverage next week, 6:50. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. Want to remind everybody that tomorrow on WKTY, UW La Crosse football is back in action for the first time since 2019. COVID wiped out the entire 2020 season. And the Eagles will be back in action tomorrow, 4 p.m. kickoff, 3:45 pregame right here on WKTY. Myself, Terry Erickson, will be on the call over in South Dakota, 5-hour trip. So looking forward to the drive over there. And Grant Bills will be doing all the
cool thing. I'll be sitting on my couch. I'll be listening, tuning in.
You could watch on WKTY Sports.
In high def.
In high def.
Because I have the app.
On AroundRiverCity.com, on Roku and Apple TV.
I know. I Roku it. It's great because I have my big screen.
Yep.
And I don't have to deal with the weather.
That's right.
I don't have to deal with the travel.
Yep.
I still get the live game experience.
Something
popcorn.
everybody should do.
Yeah, and I can pause it, if I need to take a break.
Right.
Yeah, good
or
stuff.
Or listen to all the announcers' mistakes and be like, he didn't say that, did he? I got to listen to that back. Here's the pitch play out to Nicky Odom, and he loses a few yards, and I believe
look at all the clean fans coming in. It's great. I love it.
Coming in also, number 4, Jonathan Nickram, who's obviously gotten some action here tonight. Had a fumble recovery for a touchdown in the first half. 37-21 is the clock.
Well wishes to Ben Ertz. Hopefully whatever happened to him isn't too serious and he's able to come back and finish out the season. So
didn't put a whole lot of weight on that ankle early in the first quarter, so we obviously wish him the best.
Absolutely.
For sure.
It's fun watching games like this. Each team, I hate seeing teams lose just because I know how much work and effort is put in, to the practice and to the game planning. And the MVC has got just some amazingly talented players, coaches, teams. It's going to be a great season.
It's going to be a grind for these teams and a fun thing for us to not be a part of the daily battles in the trenches. But we're looking forward to calling all these games for you throughout the season and into the playoffs. And it's going to be the snap and running around in the backfield in the end zone is Michael Skemp. He's just going to run out of the back of the end zone. A flag comes in as well.
Thanks, to our video sponsors.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Kurt Paff, your local State Farm and Firefighters Credit Union.
Great work from them, and we've been with firefighters for a few years, and great job. I'm really glad that Kurt can join us as well.
He's my insurance guy.
There you go.
He's great. I love him.
You should definitely follow Lisa's advice and go to see Kurt Paff with State Farm.
He's been my insurance guy for a long time. I love that guy. He saved him money. Fun. He loves sports. Great guy.
Great sponsors. Obviously, all season long of these high school football games allow us to bring these games to you in high definition. Not sure what the penalty flag is here. Michael Skemp ran out of the back of the end zone, so it would be a safety if it's on Onalaska. You can essentially just decline it and take the points.
Holding is the call.
And if that was in the end zone, that'd be a safety as well.
I like the safety sign. Safety dance. Hey, there we go. Safety dance?
Yep, 37-23, Talking Heads.
S, A.
And a personal foul as well.
Whoa.
Holmen.
Wow.
I didn't see what happened there, but
we'll have to watch that back. We're too busy dancing in here, doing safety dances.
37-23 after the penalty, so it will be after the play is where that penalty occurred on that personal foul. So it's 37-23, 16.7 seconds remaining here in this one this evening.
Had a great time, hey man. Thanks for letting me in.
We appreciate you.
Glad to be back. It's been a year since I've been able to broadcast, obviously, and
it's been
with
great.
you guys.
And we'll do it again next week, as once again the Onalaska Hilltoppers will be at Roger Herring Stadium at UW La Crosse, taking on the Central Riverhawks. So we're currently down 10-0 late in that fourth quarter.
Thanks to our other sponsors too: Ken Hammer, A1 Roofing and Construction, Pulse Dental, Bernie Buckner, Game Day Supply, Holmen American Legion, Mob Stop, and again, Kurt Paff, State Farm, and Firefighters Credit Union.
10-0, the West Salem Panthers lead the Riverhawks of Central with 1:54 left in the fourth quarter.
Good score update, bud.
Obviously, we mentioned Aquinas winning 38-8 over Altoona. They just continue to play good offense. Their offense is just remarkable. We did a couple of their playoff games last fall. They're putting up 35, 42 points in those games, so fun to see all these area teams doing well no matter what level, what division they are. I like to see the local success. Here is the kickoff from about the 15-yard line. It's going to take a few hops and then just skid along the grass. Luke LeClaire picks it up on the return, gets out to the midfield. And he's still fighting hard for every yard, even though
still got 11 seconds left, boy. It's kind of like a basketball game, that last 30 seconds.
Takes about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
First down and 10 coming up for Holmen at the midfield marker.
And really, considering just a few plays, it could have been a lot closer this at this juncture, if you will. What a great night. Rain stopped,
it's perfect.
Beautiful weather.
Yep, beautiful weather. And if you like offense, if you like big-time plays, both offensively and really defensively as well, you got a really fun show. It was worth your money to come to this game here today, and both these teams showed up and showed out.
Yeah, and you had swans on the field at halftime.
Swans on the field.
I mean, crazy stuff. Yeah, Austin here dancing.
Midfield marker here for Holmen. Two receivers out to each side. LeClaire, the quarterback, in the pistol formation. And he's straight back in the pocket, feels some pressure immediately. That's a new quarterback, actually. Here's the throw down the middle of the field, and it's going to be intercepted. Looks like it was number Aiden Larson, number 9. Doing it all on offense and defense, and that's going to do it for the game. 5.4 seconds remaining, but it was Reed Tengblad, the junior quarterback, so maybe a glimpse into the future of Holmen football. He's a junior. Obviously, Luke LeClaire, the senior quarterback.
It's got to be difficult since they've been running just that offensive scheme now for so many years. I can't imagine they're going to change game plans and schemes next season. You'd really have to change that talent.
And they've had big quarterbacks as well. Rylan Wall was a big athlete.
Yes, excellent player.
And they still ran the triple option. So Reed Tengblad, 6'6", 200 pounds.
Is that all? Just a junior? Jeez.
He's got another year to grow, possibly.
And he probably has pancakes, too.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah. As we discussed, the betterment of pancakes, dancing.
That might have made the difference in the 16
detergent.
That might have made the difference in the 14-point win as the Hilltoppers get the victory here this evening. 37-23 Onalaska over Holmen. We'll take a quick 30-second break, see if we have any score updates, and wrap things up from Onalaska High School after this. This is high school football on WKTY.
Cheering for your team at the game can definitely give them a needed push on the field. Cheering for your plumber, on the other hand, hand, well, the team at Bernie Buckner can't say it happens every day, but they'll get the job done no matter what. So make some noise for your team at the next game, and if you need a plumber or someone to take on your next commercial HVAC project, call Bernie Buckner. They're proud to support high school athletics, and they aren't afraid to tackle your toilet trouble. Go to BernieBucknerINC.com.
In order for a defense to get the best coverage on the field, they have to know the game and be ready for the unexpected. If you want the best coverage when it comes to your insurance, get to know the agent who gets to know you. Kurt Pfaff, your local State Farm insurance agent. There is no one-size-fits-all coverage. Get coverage that fits the way you live, work, and play. Schedule a quote with Kurt Pfaff before October 15th, and in appreciation, you'll receive a $10 Quick Trip gift card. Kurt Pfaff, your local State Farm insurance agent. Go to KurtPfaffInsurance.com.
They say teamwork makes the dream work. It also gets stuff done, like your projects. That's why Kent Hammer Roofing and Construction and A1 Roofing and Construction have come together to give you a better home improvement experience. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction brings you over 30 years of roofing and construction. See what they can do for you. Go to KentHammerRoofing.com. If you think a good roofer is expensive, wait till you hire a bad one. Get the best of roofing and construction. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction.
Integrity. Seems like a pretty rare thing, doesn't it? You know, the kind of person that goes the extra mile. The person who makes sure the work you don't see is as good as the work you do see. You don't find that quality in everyone, but when you do, you know it. The doctors at Hulse Dental in Onalaska work every day to maintain the highest level of integrity. Get to know Dr. Hulse and the newest member of their team, Dr. Case, at HulseDental.com. Welcome to Hulse Dental.
The bright lights, the smell of the field, the roar of the crowd. There's nothing like high school football. This season, as you get ready to cheer on your Holmen Vikings, you're going to want to fuel up with eats from the Holmen American Legion. They're proud supporters of Holmen athletics and always hometown proud. Everyone's welcome at the Holmen American Legion. Grab a bite off their menu from 11 to 5 or keep up to date with all the special events and special menus on the Holmen American Legion Facebook page. Go Vikings!
Back here at Onalaska High School, Drew Kelly, Lisa Mattia live with you this evening, 37-23. What was thought to be a little bit of a snoozer at halftime, 23-0. Onalaska turned into a fantastic, entertaining game in the second half, 37-23 the final, as the Holmen Vikings fall to 0-3 on the season. Onalaska moves to 2-1, 1-0 in the conference season. And Lisa, your final thoughts as we wrap up week number 3. A lot of exciting plays, but Onalaska's more clean first half proved to be the difference.
Yeah, I think the game or rather the equation for this game is just turnovers. And Holmen not giving up. I mean, Holmen came out and that third quarter was like a game in and of itself. They outplayed Onalaska. They outscored Onalaska. If you were just giving, out trophies for quarters, they would have won that one. But they're both tough teams. And each coach knows each other so well.
Yep.
They know what to expect. I was surprised by Coach Yashinsky's game plan. Just continue to beat the ball down the middle, up the gut, and really not go back to his normal passing game. But I'm excited for the rest of the season. I have not yet seen a score for Logan West Salem. I got, Logan and Sparta. Right. West Salem is leading Central 10-0.
Yep.
DeSoto beat Riverdale 40-0. BRF, Black River Falls, beat GET 26-6. And I believe that Caledonia lost as well.
Late in that game, they were losing in the fourth quarter. So, like I said, we had 71-game winning streak, and longest in nation's history is definitely in jeopardy. But a great game here this evening as well, 37-23. I want to thank Grant back in the studio. Lisa, thank you for joining us as always.
Thanks
and
for having
look forward to next week against
Practice
Central.
your dancing.
I will. We got 7 days to figure it out. Cole and this doing the videography as well. Thank you to him. And thank you all for listening, and all the sponsors for helping provide these video broadcasts each and every week.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Absolutely. For Lisa, for Cole, for Grant, I'm Drew Kelly saying so long from Onalaska. You've been listening to High School Football right here on WKTY. Good night.
You might call the hot dog the quintessential American food. Perfect just as it is. You would be wrong. At the Mob Stop in Holmen, they've elevated this summertime joy. They place an all-beef Vienna dog on a steamed poppy seed bun, then dress it up with peppers, onions, mustard, tomato, and pickles.
But no ketchup.
They call it the Chicago dog. So tomorrow for lunch, put down that peanut butter